I'm your host, Mark the Captain Blind. The call, the snowman, Phil Snow, and Miss Kiki Moss. Guys, game 2, you ready?
Yeah, I am, actually.
Ready, Kiki?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It feels like we get one game and then we're off for like 6 weeks or something like that. So I just, it's just one of those things. But I was kind of telling Danny.
It hasn't been 6 weeks,
I know, it just seems that way. As I was telling Danny, it seems like we're in winter season, but we're not quite in full swing yet because I haven't been in here enough to be full swing
Well, and
yet,
a lot of, the girls have played a lot of road games.
Yeah.
I think, they're, 5-0 now. And I think our JV's also 5-0.
I have 3-0.
3-0, that's right.
Canceled last week,
Yep.
and then a couple of numbers issues.
Yep.
But Tinora comes in at 4-1. Recently, a win over Ayersville on Tuesday. Only loss of the season, coming to a very pesky Archbold squad. So, guys, I think this should be a pretty good contest here.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's center tip it here. It's going to be Tatum Krebs and Aletha Fosnight to jump. Ball's in the air, and first possession will go to the Lady Tigers, controlled by Molly Perry. She'll kick it over to right side. That's Atkinson. Now Atkinson dribbles up the middle. She'll reverse court. Now crosses over. Kicks left side. Now right side, Perry holds it on the wing. Tinora looking like they're in a little bit of a 2-1-2 matchup type zone. Maybe throw Liberty Center off a little bit as the Tigers get forced into a turnover. So the Rams will bring the ball up. That's Signs. Kicks right corner to Meyer. Back to Signs. Signs now will reset at the top. Good defense being played there by Conrad. Good post entry. Good catch. Just was a little bit behind the basket there, but a really nice cut and a good pass.
Well, Fosnight made a good drop down to defend that. So
Conrad, corner there. She'll go back top side to Atkinson.
1-3-1.
Yeah, it's either I think it's an extended 1-2-2 matchup is what it is, or a 2-1-2, a matchup 2-3, somewhere. This is a different type of defense that Liberty Center has not seen yet, so we'll see how they come up on offense. Good ball movement. Zintek, open three in the corner, just off back iron, but gets her own rebound on a nice hustle play.
Ooh.
Atkinson thought about the three-pointer, did a nice job of not traveling, tried to get it to Perry, but another turnover for the Tigers. Macy Crew, I apologize. Thanks for the correction on that. You know what? Just speak up next time and say, "Hey, Phil."
Look, she was so nice. It's good thing I didn't.
So nice.
Good thing I didn't notice it. I'd have went, "Hey,
Macy Crew down there." My
My
apologies. Hey, normally I don't have to look at our roster for these, so I got stumped up on that one. Is good pressure there from the defense from Conrad. Tinora tried to exit the post there, and then another turnover here. So both teams a little shaky.
And I'm on the board tonight, so I'm not really paying attention. So Cole's not here; he's on another assignment.
He's on vacation.
Well, he's on an assignment in another country.
Yeah, I get it.
Don't
boom,
tell anybody.
Boom, bombing. Fosnight in the corner, escapes the double team. Now to Atkinson. She goes corner to Crew. Now Crew back outside Atkinson. Back to corner Crew. She'll pull the three-pointer. Misses short, no good. Rebound underneath. And that is Aurora Reeves, but she had it stolen from behind by Zintek. Now into Fosnight for the Tigers. Fosnight running right-hander off the glass. No good. Battles for her own rebound. Loose ball on the floor. And it's going to be gathered there by Reeves, and I think a foul will be called. We'll see who they get on the Tigers. It's going to be number 3, Hope Atkinson.
I love Fosnight. One of the things that she's done this year so far, and you said they've only played 3 games, and the bad thing is no other team that we can find has a freshman squad, and some teams are short JV, and so they've only had 3 games, but Aletha has really stepped up the power side of her game. Just get physical, get tough.
Well, I think you saw that on the aggressive rebound effort there.
Yes,
she was just unable to get her hands fully on the ball to be able to come up with it there, but a good aggressive attempt at the offensive rebound. As Tinora will go on their offensive possession here. Signs now kicks topside to Reeves. Reeves tries to go in the paint, but stolen by Fosnight. Crew up to Zintek. Zintek, extra pass. Fosnight up with the right hand.
Nice.
Scores! And she's fouled and will go to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play.
She just made me look like a genius.
Well, you're talking about that strength. Maybe last year she's a little bit timid on that spot right there, Cap. Kiki, that time, she drove all the way to the hole, and she's going to go to the line for another free throw.
Well, and I know in volleyball, she was hurt, she was injured, but when she did get time, she was pretty aggressive.
She's very aggressive. She goes out with all of her power and doesn't really care what happens to herself.
And then she comes up with a hustle play there, knocks it off of a Tinora defender, and it'll keep the possession with Liberty Center.
She actually got in the scorebook on the Varsity side at the Edgerton game. So
Hope Atkinson triggers three-pointer, misses long, no good. Conrad had a chance at the rebound, couldn't get it. And then a fight on the floor. Addie Zintek is going to find her nose there by the ball, and it's going to keep the possession arrow with Liberty Center.
Liberty won the tip. How was it Liberty's ball?
There was another jump ball already, too. I think we had one down here. Maybe
I don't know.
Tried to go underneath the Foz Knight. Foz Knight had it tied up. Jump ball possession arrow gives it to the Rams. So a slow start here in the first quarter. Both teams aggressive defensively, forcing some turnovers. Tinora looks to beat the Tiger press. Gets it over to Signs. Signs will try to use the ball screen. Now she'll kick it to Zimmerman. Zimmerman will drive. She gets trapped there in the corner. Good trap by Conrad. She'll come up with the steal. That'll kick to Macy Crew. Crew up to Zintek. Zintek, what a pass, what a catch. Foz Knight scores inside.
That's one of those, no. Okay, woo, yeah, good job.
Well, Addie Zintek threw it where only Foz Knight could go up and catch it with her height and length, and she did a great job, Cap, of not bringing the ball down. Went right up to the basket and scored, and the Tigers lead it 4-0.
You remember, don't you, Phil?
I remember, I do. It's Chloe Moeller checks in now for the Tigers.
That was my thing last year's the bigs, I call them, the tall girls. And they bring the ball down. All the littles can get at it. It's like, keep the ball up in the air. You don't bring it down.
For sure.
Inbounds there to Krebs. Now she'll kick topside to Signs. Signs controls the offense, being played defense there by Moeller. That'll be topside now to Meyer. Meyer tries to kick wing, and we'll see what the call is. They'll say off Hope Atkinson. Tinora will keep possession. Christina Meyer now to throw it in for the Rams. They try to go post entry. Good play by Foz Knight. Gathered there by Conrad, and now Hope Atkinson controls for the Tigers. She'll kick corner. Chloe Moeller, three-pointer, back iron, no good. Foz Knight inside on the rebound. Goes up strong. A lot of contact there, no call. Loose ball, and I think they're going to grant the Tinora head coach a timeout there, and that is KC Knowles getting his timeout there. So 4-0 with 2:56 here to go in the quarter. And, Kiki, I think both teams just kind of trying to feel out the offensive side of the ball. Maybe a few turnovers here and there, but nevertheless, both teams playing pretty hard here.
Yeah, very aggressive.
Yeah, and that's then you get into these numbers games where you go, I got 14 girls over there that pretty much can all jump in at any time. How aggressive can you be? Tinora sitting there with 10 girls, and so you got to be careful.
Yeah, I was talking a little bit with the the JV coaches there for Liberty Center. I was talking with them about what are the advantages that having 14 girls on a team gives you. There's obviously some disadvantages. Who do you put in what spots? Where's the rhythm at? Things of that sort. But they were able to talk about how they can kind of go full go at practice all the time.
Yep.
And I think that's a really big advantage for them. And you're seeing it out here on the court as a product of that in practice.
Now some substitutions for Liberty Center and a turnover automatic.
Maddie Bailey checked in, forces the turnover. Chloe Moore gets the loose ball. She goes up with the layup and is fouled.
Kenzie Fuller, too, out there for Liberty Center, number 22.
So Chloe Moeller now goes to the free throw line to shoot 2 for the Lady Tigers. First free throw. She'll set and fire. Misses right iron, no good. Addie Zintek checking back in for the Tigers. Hope Atkinson will sit for a minute. Chloe Moeller to get one more free throw. Moeller now sets at the line. Free throw on the way. Misses short iron, no good. Ball tipped around. Gathered there by Macy Crew. Crew over to Moeller. Moeller, great bounce pass inside to Fuller. Fuller with a nice strong move. Just unable to get it to go. Zintek tried to save it, but it'll be out of bounds to the Rams. Zintek kind of reminds me a little bit of of El Moeller out there, just always finding her way to get to where the basketball is, despite you might call her short. She is always just around the basketball, and she's a really hard-nosed player.
Well, I think volleyball, same way, wasn't it? Where she's aggressive and she...
Very aggressive, very team-oriented, wants what's best for everyone.
Well, Kiki, I think she was battling some injuries, too, over the last couple of years. I think she had an ACL injury last basketball season, was battling some stuff during volleyball season as well, so it's nice to see her healthy and on the court.
Yeah, you would never know she tore her ACL, that's for sure.
Good pass there to the elbow. Nice-looking jump shot there. That's Kate Zimmerman, and Tenora's on the scoreboard, 4-2 lead for the Tigers. They'll stay in that 2-3 zone. Conrad, good pull-up jump shot in the lane. Just misses long, no good. Fuller got her hands on the rebound, but just was unable to corral it, and it'll be Tinora basketball. Conrad had a nice drive there. She did a good job to jump stop under control. Cap, you talk about that nice little 12-foot jump shot. She had a good look at it, just unable to get it to go there. Now a turnover forced there by Maddie Bailey. Zintek now will control for the Tigers. She goes left side to Conrad. Conrad drives. Back out to Zintek. Zintek, nice wraparound feed. Fuller, good extra pass. Bailey with a nice shot fake. She pulls up on the jump shot, no good. Backside rebound to Gabby Conrad, and the Tigers will reset the offense. So Liberty Center getting some extra possessions here, working hard on the offensive glass. Now Fuller with a good fake, dribbles right hand. Patient offensively. Bailey gets a good look at it. Misses no good. Fuller on the offensive glass.
Got a little push there.
And we'll see what the call is. I think they're going to get a jump ball, which will keep the possession with the Tigers. But Liberty Center now with 2 offensive rebounds here, keeping very active on the offensive glass. So Conrad now to enter the inbounds pass. Kicks it out to Fuller. Fuller had the ball tipped away, tries to get it back. Another jump ball will be called, and this will give the possession arrow to the Rams.
Fuller, one of those bigs, brought it down. Bring it down. The littles can get it.
And in case you guys missed it earlier, our bowling teams over at Bryan today, our boys squad taking first place in the Bryan bowling tournament. And our girls with a fourth place finish over there. So a good showing for the boys and girls bowling squads there for the Tigers.
And I'm sorry, the girls ended up
fourth. Yep.
I said they were second going into round 2.
I think they were second going into the Bakers games too. They were only 15 pins behind Bryan. I'm not sure who won that, but I think they're going to get another tie up on the floor, which will give possession arrow to Liberty Center. But AJ Seedorf with the high game with a 2:15 of the tournament, and she was second with the high series. Kimberly Yoakum, a really, really nice bowler from Wauseon, had a 6:03 cap. I mean, that is impressive.
Yeah,
that is some good stuff there.
And the Yoakum girl from Wauseon has been up there for a while. I know the boys, man, I know we're watching basketball, but, man, the boys bowling team just was on fire.
Yeah, I'd
yesterday.
love to get your breakdown from the bowling match yesterday, Cap, at our quarter break here as Maddie Bailey puts up a shot. Another aggressive rebound attempt there. Gathered up by the Rams. It'll be Jaden Sines now driving. She crosses the timeline. Switches to the left hand. 20 seconds now here to go first quarter. Rams control. They'll kick top the key. Little backdoor cut. Great defense there from Maddie Bailey.
Yep, should be a kick.
Good call there, Cap, as a kick ball will be called. Out of bounds underneath with 17 seconds here to go in quarter number 1. As Macy Crew now will check back in for the Lady Tigers. Chloe Moeller will sit. Looks like Jaden Sines there to inbound the ball for Tinora. They'll go top side. That's Krebs. Krebs looks. Now Sines. Sines kicks left wing. That's Meyer.
That's double dribble.
Spins back, up with the left hand, and she's fouled. And she'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
That's one of the things they don't call very often. They catch the ball, they dribble it, and they pick it back up again, and then they take off. And it's something they just simply just don't call very often. But that really is a double dribble.
So Christina Meyer to the line to shoot 2 for the Lady Rams. She'll set. First free throw on the way, no good. Couple of subs coming in now for the Rams. We'll see if we can get that number. Number 3, Cheyenne Myers, Also checking in for the Rams, number 13, India Oakley. Second free throw coming now for Christina Meyer. She'll set. Fires the second free throw, gets it to go. 7.6 seconds to go here. Tigers will have it. Zintek will control. She crosses the timeline, passes up right to Conrad. It'll be off Conrad. Ooh. So the top referee said, okay, so will confer, and they will decide that it would be Tinora basketball.
She did the right thing here. The backside referee pointed at the other ref. She held her hand up and pointed to him is what she did. She didn't point Liberty's way, and he made the call. So
tried to go deep, intercepted by Bailey. 1 second, up past Zintek. Zintek does not get it off, but the right idea there. Bailey tried to squeak it up to Zintek, and at the end of the first quarter, Liberty Center leads it 4-3. While we got a second, we'll see if we can get some of our sponsors at you.
All right, sponsors make these things possible, and they make them possible for free. Guys, we're one of the few groups that don't charge for our broadcast, and those people are KK Collision, Meyer Badenhop Insurance, STN Design, Affinity IT Group, 3Chord, Davis Farms, Swanton Welding, Pam and Dick Leatherman, Pizzanello's Pizza, and the Gerald Grain Centers, and we're very appreciative of all of those sponsors making these things possible. And I think though Diamond Dan Kessler's on the stats tonight, man. We got a crew.
I'm loving it up here. I mean, we got all the works. At the first quarter wrap up, Tinora was one of three from the field, or from the field. 1 of 2 from the free throw line to give them their total of 3 points. And Liberty Center was 2 of 14 from the field, and they were 0 of 3 from the free throw line. Liberty Center with 6 turnovers, Tinora with 8 turnovers there in the first quarter. Rebounds, offensive rebounds, 5 there in the first quarter for Liberty Center, 1 for Tinora. 6 total rebounds to Tinora's 3. So, Cap, while we got a second, let's hear about that bowling matchup on Friday, huh? Well, we got some cute kids coming along here. I don't know how we can broadcast with this going on. What an outfit! Wow.
The Blythe grandchildren parade. Hey, no, real quick of bowling. The boys they won by very close to 1,000 pins over Swanton. The girls actually had some great games. They ended up bowling themselves. Swanton didn't have a girls team, but man, the low man on the totem pole was at 218, 219. Like, oh, you only shot a 219. They had a couple 250s, 260s.
It's
a
very
great night for bowling.
Experienced group of bowlers there.
Absolutely.
All right, back to the hardwood here. Tried to go inbounds pass for Tinora. Good steal by Atkinson. Good save by Atkinson off of a Tinora Ram. And it'll be Liberty basketball. What a play there from Hope Atkinson. So the Tigers will have the possession. It'll be Atkinson, Peyton Hageman, Macy Crew, Addie Zintek, and Aletha Fosnight here to start the second quarter for the Tigers.
Yeah, I think they need to get Hope Atkinson needs to get in some shots. She's one of those shooters. Yeah. And shooters got to shoot, baby.
Only had 1 shot attempt there in that first quarter. Fosnight, nice-looking jump shot. And just as Cap said, got to get some shots up. Fosnight answers the bell. And Aletha Fosnight, I believe, has all 6 points for the Tigers right now.
Yes, she does.
And she's had a really nice game. Nice-looking trap there from the Tigers, but I think they're going to get Macy Crew being a little over-aggressive.
That's one of those power things. You know those power things there, Kiki.
Sure.
That's one of those we just knocked her over, and then we look at the ref going,
What did I do?
What? I was just doing what I do.
Yeah.
It's almost one of those ones you want to brag about a foul where you pump the muscles like, my bad. I didn't know.
I think somebody plastered some girl in the face with a volleyball this year, I believe. And
I did. I have the video proof of it,
that's
too.
what, then she was just like, oh, what? Hey, welcome to volleyball, girl.
Yeah. Been waiting to do that all 4 years. So Eliza got hers, and I was like, it's my turn.
So Christina Meyer will inbound now for the Rams. Looks to get it into sign. She does. She'll spin back to the right hand, now back to the left. Zintek doing a nice job of pressuring the ball. Now they'll go inside to Krebs. Krebs over the left shoulder, unable to get it to go. Nice move. Zintek battling for the rebound.
Hey, would somebody please tell the smallest girl on the floor that she's not supposed to be in the middle of those melees?
She was right in the mix to that rebound, was just unable to corral the ball as Peyton Hageman will check out now. Chloe Moeller checking in.
Yeah, and I'm going to do, I do want to, as soon as I learn to talk, I'll be able to broadcast. I do want to say it's nice to see Peyton Hageman on the floor. She's had a nagging injury that kept her out of most of the volleyball season. And so it's nice to see. She's still getting her sea legs. She's pretty tired. She's over there gasping a little bit, but she'll get back in the game here, so it's nice to see her.
Nice trap set up here by the Tigers. I think they're going to get Chloe Moeller on a foul, but
yeah, and she lowered her hands. That was part of the problem. She'd have kept her hands up, she'd have been fine.
And I think that's what the Liberty Center coach was saying to her over there. Hey, we got to keep our hands up and active instead of reaching in there. Not many places that she could have gone with the basketball there, so a heads-up coaching move too. So Tinora to inbound. They'll get it into Krebs. Now Krebs goes to Signs. Signs tries to drive baseline. Cut off nicely by Fosnight. Now being hounded out top by Zintek. No, okay, I was wondering if we were going to get a 5. Now Christina Meyer. Nice ball fake. Dribbles middle. Kicks left wing. Ball on the floor. Gathered there by Zimmerman. And every catch is becoming difficult right now for the Rams offense.
Fosnight with a body. No call.
Good running shot there by Signs, and as you said, Cap, Fosnight there with the defense, and Liberty Center comes up with a rebound.
Well, it's Fosnight 6, Tinora 3. Liberty needs to get Atkinson in shooting, some other girls shooting.
Zintek shoots the 3, misses long. Fosnight in there with the rebound.
Oh, no.
I don't like that call. I think she got...
That's, well... Yeah, I don't like that, but if you're going to err on the side of calling it before somebody gets an elbow or something like that. But yeah, I don't care for that so much.
So inbounds now is going to be Tinora. They'll have to go the length of the floor. They try to get it into Krebs. Zintek steals it, runs into the chair over there out of bounds. What hustle by Zintek, and it will draw a jump ball, which will give the possession to Liberty Center. So Addie Zintek once again with her imprints all over this ball game, diving out of bounds, saving the possession for the Tigers.
Maddie Bailey checks in for her. Oh, okay, right? Boom Boom Ballman's watching us from Florida. He's on his other secret assignment we're not allowed to tell. Cause,
oh, shh. Don't tell nobody.
We could tell, but then we have to kill you.
Yep. Crew, good inbounds or wraparound feed to Fosnight. Fosnight with a jump shot, unable to get it to go, trying to get her own rebound, and it'll go to Signs for Tinora. Now Tinora kicks inside, back outside now to Meyer. Meyer, pull-up jump shot in the paint, no good. Macy Crew with the rebound. She'll go up to Maddie Bailey. Bailey kicks topside Fosnight. Fosnight shoots the jump shot, no good. Good hustle there by Bailey to save the ball. Once again, loose ball on the floor. Still no whistle. And now a jump ball will be called.
That one he waited when somebody was on the floor. That kind of bass backwards there a little bit.
And I'll say both teams being very aggressive, going for these loose balls as well. Try to go deep with the inbounds pass, stolen by Crew. Bailey will take the jump shot. Misses off short iron, no good. Rebound gathered by Zimmerman, and a timeout for Tinora.
Hey, real quick, I do want to mention, if you're watching tonight's stream from us, our broadcast, we're doing something a little bit different. There'll be, from now on during the winter season, there's going to just be one broadcast listed, which will cover both JV and varsity. We will keep the stream live. We'll switch to the field mics. We'll do some things. We've got the coaches' interviews we're going to play in between games today, and you guys are getting an exclusive as well as you guys. No one else knows this except for me and about 3 other people. It's Coach Davis picked up his 100th win at Van Buren last week, and he will be presented with the game ball from that. That was his 100th win. He doesn't know that. Now all you listening and you guys know that. So we'll have that live in between just before the warm-up start for the varsity game, the girls are going to present him with the 100th win game ball.
And I'll tell you what, with the way he's turned things around here over the last couple of years, the way he's getting those girls to play as hard as what they do night in and night out, you can see the work that he's put in and all the girls have put in, and it's paying dividends.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm loving our sit-downs with him. And
Very
right to the
intuitive.
rack, Hope. That a
Oh,
girl.
Atkinson on the drive. She's fouled and will go to the line to shoot 2 as the Tigers starting to get aggressive with the basketball. Guys, they're getting a lot of shot attempts. Liberty Center's just not getting some of those good looks to fall.
How many attempts did they have in the first?
14 shot attempts in the first quarter, and I know they have to have at least 7 or 8 already here. So as a free throw up and good for Hope Atkinson. Nice to see her get one to go.
Kenzie Fuller checks back in for Fosnight. Good minutes for Aletha.
Yeah, she's had a really nice first half, guys. She's been active on the boards and active even when she's not scoring, just moving around the lane and taking up some space as Hope Atkinson goes 2 for 2 from the line. Now Signs will dribble, crosses the timeline. This will be Meyer.
I like
Meyer
the
now
physicality of Liberty.
Good job there by Fuller. Good hustle by Fuller. Ball still loose on the floor.
Macy Crew with a tackle. Good.
Meyer able to gather it, but she's going to get it to Bailey. Bailey now past the Crew. Crew goes up strong, and she's fouled and will go to the line to shoot 2. The aggressive defense turning into aggressive offensive here for the Lady Tigers in the second quarter.
That was Macy Crew displaying being the youngest of 4 athletes in the family. You know, she just dove on top of that. Pretty aggressive, and you like that. You talk about that. That is really that is taught. That is taught. I've been to a couple practices, and they have this drill where the ball gets rolled on the floor. And if you're not on the floor, Phil, you've lived through that with the boys basketball program. If you're
I'm going to be honest with you, that led to some almost fist fights.
Oh, yeah.
That exact drill. So, yes.
And that's taught. You get on the floor, you go get it.
Macy Crew hits both free throws.
I love that. That's the old Charles Barkley rebound mentality. Just get the ball.
I mean, we had boxing out drills where we had a young man who had an eye cut above his eye, had to get stitches. We had pool blood on the floor, so it was all or nothing at those counts. Whoa, Zintek goes flying out of bounds. Great effort right now by all the girls on the floor. Cap, we mentioned it a little bit in the first quarter about how these girls were not scared to dive on the floor after loose balls, and here they are showing another example.
Volleyball, I mean, a lot of these girls were the core of some of the volleyball players, and that was what we had a lot of times where we go, oh, that was good, but please get up.
Mm-hmm. Addie, I think, was on the floor way more than the rest of the team.
Yeah.
She, 90% of the time picked the ball up, so very, very aggressive by Addie.
So after the loose ball hit out of bounds by the Tigers, Tinora will have the possession. It'll be Meyer. Tries to break the press. Good steal from Atkinson. Atkinson up strong with the right hand. Got fouled. No call. And they're going to say it's Tinora basketball. Hope Atkinson got tackled out of the air. No call. But Hope Atkinson pops right back up. And
I love it. Hope plays with my granddaughter, and they were all, she was at a game last year and got fouled about 6 or 7 times, and she got a technical foul because she went up by the referee and says, "Oh, okay, it's like that, huh? All right." Like, teed her up.
Sounds like something Hope would say.
Yeah. So she play whatever. Okay, it's like that, huh? All right. Maddie Bailey with an over and back. Liberty was very aggressive here on the defensive end.
And a foul there from Atkinson, but I think you're starting to see some frustration right now for the Tinora players. They're getting frustrated as every pass, everything has become difficult here in the second quarter.
Well, and Tinora with 8 girls, and they're gassed. And Liberty with 14, and probably 12 of the 14's been in and out of the game already. And so
Meyer now brings it up for the Rams. Crew tries to knock it loose.
Don't reach.
Meyer now kicks the wing. Tipped out of bounds there by Bailey, and it'll be out of bounds underneath for the Rams.
Well, Maddie Bailey was I think she was surprised the ball was right there. It was like, oh, total bad pass right to me.
And girls back in action on the road Tuesday night at Springfield. That should be
Springfield here.
Oh, excuse me, here at Springfield. My apologies.
No, that means you're going to be doing the call.
I'll be. We'll be right back here on Tuesday night at 6 o'clock for that one. Good up and under move from Meyer. Missed the first shot. Gets a rebound. Goes up strong and fouled, and she'll go to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play. And Christina Meyer, she's playing hard here right now, trying to get some offensive threats going here for the Rams. And she did a nice up and under move to get inside. Just kind of maybe was a little bit underneath the basket there. Got her own rebound and was able to score it.
Well, and no, Coach Weimer over there didn't like the fact that they just let her run under the basket without somebody putting a body on her.
Meyer hits the free throw, so she'll get the three-point play. 12-6 Tigers lead, under a minute to go here in the first half. Crew underneath the Fosnight. Fosnight power dribble, creates some space, misses the shot, but gets her own rebound.
Didn't establish.
They're going to say that she was out of bounds.
Yeah, she didn't establish.
Yeah, and I think if you ask the varsity girls, they might be looking for a little bit of revenge against that Springfield team from last year. And that was a really, really exciting game over there.
Yes.
I think they're going to be looking to get that one back this year. Now Signs dribbles into some traffic. She turns it over. Gabby Conrad comes up with a loose ball. They're going to get a jump ball tie-up, and it'll give possession to the Tigers. So 31.7 seconds here to go. Zintek now will have it. She'll cross the timeline. Dribbles over to the left wing and kicks it to Bailey. Bailey, a lot of space along the baseline.
Double dribbled. Got away with it.
And a good defensive effort there on the backside from Meyer to come up with that turnover. And Tenora's going to get another offensive possession here before the end of the half. 19.3 to go. They'll inbounds to Meyer. Meyer crosses the timeline. Under 15 now. Liberty Center comes out in a 2-3 zone. They'll go to Signs. Signs back to Meyer, top side. Meyer, left wing, over to Reeves. Reeves, skip pass. And I think we're going to get a foul on Maddie Bailey, and that is going to give Tinora 2 free throws. As it looked like they were kind of trying to set up a little bit of a flare screen there for an open three-pointer. But nevertheless, Aurora Reeves will step to the line to shoot 2 free throws.
After all the aggressive plays that have been made, that was not very aggressive. And here we are experiencing the new high school rule, no 1-and-1s. So after 5 fouls per quarter, they're wiped out per quarter. The teams actually will shoot 2 now. It's kind of freaky, no 1-and-1s after it's been that way since they had peach baskets.
I'd love to talk a little bit about that and why I think that was implemented when we get some time. But Reeves goes 1 of 2 from the line. Fosnight, good rebound. Zintek now with 1. Launches up a shot, and it's going to be no good. And that is how the first half will come to an end here at the Jungle. Both teams struggling to find some offensive rhythm right now, but it's been the defenses that has really picked things up here in a 12-7 ball game here at the end of the first half.
All right, and with that, everybody, we'll be back after this halftime break.
Ladies and gentlemen, make sure to visit the athletic boosters table in the lobby to get your 50/50 tickets. Tickets are also available for this year's Boosters fundraiser, the halftime Fight for Cash. If your name is drawn, you will have a chance to make a hole-in-one for the length of the court to take home $500 cash. Tickets for both events are available at the Athletic Boosters ticket until the start of the varsity game. Also, please make sure to visit the consignment stand operated by our Liberty Center Music Boosters. Purchase food and beverages to support your Liberty Center band members and choir members.
All right, we're back here from the Jungle and Liberty Center. Halftime score on the three-court scoreboard is Liberty Center 12 and the Lady Rams of Tinora 7. And Phil, I think you got some stats over there.
Yeah, I'm just trying to seem like I know what I'm doing.
Put a pencil to Danny did it. Diamond Dan Kessler.
Here in the second quarter wrap-up, Liberty Center was 2 of 10 field goal from the floor. 4 of 4 from the free throw line, so really turned it around there in that after that first quarter. 0 of 3, 4 of 4 in the second quarter. That puts Liberty Center at 4 of 24 in the first half from the field, and 4 of 7 from the free throw line there in the first half. Liberty Center with 3 turnovers there in that second quarter. Liberty Center also with 5 rebounds, so 11 total rebounds for the Tigers. Looking at the Tinora Rams side, they were 1 of 6 from the floor in the second quarter to put them at 2 of 9 from the field here in the game so far. From the free throw line, they are 3 of 5 for the game. There in that second quarter, Tinora had 8 turnovers and 4 rebounds, so that gives them 7 rebounds on the game. Big story of the game, though, right now, Liberty Center has forced Tinora into 16 turnovers, guys. I think that's kind of the big story of the game. Just not being able to convert some of those turnovers to points, 4 of 24 from the field. But I think if you're Liberty Center, the formula has to stay the same. Keep the pressure up, keep shooting shots, and eventually I think they're going to get them to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think one of this, and I want to make sure that I heard this right, but Liberty Center attempted 24 field goals.
Correct, 4 of 24.
Yeah, to 9 for the Lady Rams. So, hey, I do want to, if you're out there, Tinora fans, we appreciate you watching us tonight. I know Tinora Rams Live, Keith Brown and those guys. Keith's out of town, so they're not here tonight. They did post our links, so we appreciate you guys watching us. We'll try to be as unbiased as possible. I don't know if that works, but we give it a shot. So
here to start the second half of action, it's going to be the Tigers with the basketball. Zintek on the right wing, dribbles in, tries to wrap around feed, and a turnover for the Tinora defense to start the second half. Christina Meyer now will control. She'll kick right side to Signs. Signs dribbles in, now backs outside to Meyer, back to Signs. Good pressure defense from Liberty Center.
Nice
now backdoor play. Meyer off glass, no good. And she tries to get her own rebound, and it's going to be a jump ball called, and I think Tinora will get the possession. So a nice little offensive play there from Tinora. Good backdoor cut, just unable to get the basket to go.
You can't put your arm underneath the other arm of the player. Wow, another nice cut. Ooh, okay.
I thought that hit off
There's
Conrad,
a kiss. There's a kiss and makeup.
But Tinora once again tried to take that backdoor route, just a little bit too high of a pass to be able to corral there. It'll be out of bounds to the Liberty Center.
And I think the adjustment probably Tinora made is, hey, let's use Liberty's aggressiveness against them. If you make a back cut, flash out to the top, Liberty's going to chase you down. You back cut, that's using their aggressiveness against them. That's a travel. Yeah.
And Zintek will be called for the travel.
I think she thought Macy Crew was going to make a cut for the basket. Macy got held up out there in traffic.
So Tinora will have the possession. Christina Meyer to inbounds. She'll get it to Signs. Signs now spins left side, back to the right side. Zintek with really aggressive defense out there. Not a Meyer. Meyer loose ball. Gets it back. Tries to look inside to Krebs. Good job there by Foz Knight defensively. Meyer on the drive, kicks it out to Signs, and Conrad knocks it out of bounds. Rams will maintain possession.
Yeah, Gabby Conrad, I'll tell you, this season so far, she's been really active on the floor for the Tigers.
Well, she's got a few offensive rebounds here tonight, not in the scorer's book, but she's been all over the floor defensively and on the rebounding stats. Yeah. Meyer, good play there from the Rams, just unable to get it to go. Gets her own rebound shot put back up. And they'll say she's fouled on the putback attempt. Let's see who they get. It's going to be 23, Macy Crew. That'll be her third foul, team first here in the third quarter. And Christina Meyer will go back to the free throw line for the Rams. Rams 3 of 5 from the free throw line in the first half.
Look at you and your stats. That's Dan the man over there.
Christina Meyer hits the first. Maddie Bailey checking in for the Tigers. Hey, if I got him, you best believe I'm going to use them.
That's right, buddy. Use the tools. I'm surprised Cole Ballman hasn't called me and wanted me to put the scoreboard up there the way that he does.
He wants that manual scoreboard, Cap. Let's go.
I'm not that good. That's a foul.
Second free throw, no good. Falls Knight on the rebound. Zintek underneath. Falls Knight wide open. Great patience from Addie Zintek. You know, she wanted to throw that pass a little earlier. There was just a little bit of traffic in there. Waited another second. Cleared Falls Knight. And a two-pointer good. Now pressure defense from the Tigers. Meyer able to escape it somehow. Gets it over to Zimmerman. Now to Signs.
Maddie Bailey was a great defense over there.
And that is one thing about this Tiger squad. All the guards are very, very good at man-to-man defense out at the top of the key. I mean, any one of those girls. Reeves inside, off glass, no good. Rebound fought for. And they're going to say off the Rams, Liberty Center basketball.
Hey, one of the things that I am seeing, though, in this quarter, which I didn't see in the first half, is the Lady Rams are crashing the boards. And Liberty Center needs to make maybe a little bit of an adjustment on there. You got to put a body on somebody.
Yeah, Tinora had only 2 offensive rebounds there in that first half, and I think they already have 2 here in the third quarter. So, Cap, that's a great point. They're being a little bit more aggressive. Falls Knight did a nice job not forcing anything up. Bailey now corner, back low to Falls Knight. Good patience again. Wraparound feed to Zintek. To Conrad. Conrad, skip pass to Bailey. Bailey, great up fake. Great shot, no good. And Zintek flies in on the backside, trying to get the rebound, but she'll get called for a personal foul.
Well, and those are the aggressive fouls. You know, you go, okay, you don't necessarily care too much for them, but you can't really blame them for going and getting the ball.
Well, and I think if that was Addie's third or fourth foul, I think maybe a little bit more of a discussion too. But that was only her first team foul, and if you want to get it, you want to get it in that aggressive nature. Is now Maddie Bailey gets a tie up.
Well, you know, one of the things we talk about, Phil, is that third defender, and the third defender being the lines. And when a ball handler runs to that side line, that's another defender because they can't go anywhere. And then now Liberty can box them in, and they're going to get a full timeout. But, yeah, we talk a lot about keep the ball in the middle because that baseline or that out-of-bounds line becomes that third defender and really restricts. That's just what happened there. The Tinora offensive player ran right to the sideline over there by the bench, and they just boxed her in.
Yeah, and I think Liberty Center does a good job of forcing it to that spot too, hoping that the opposition will let them use that sideline as another defender. So I think that's a great point, Cap.
Hey, while we got a break, let's talk a little bit about our schedule. I know we'll be back on Tuesday here as the Springfield Lady Blue Devils come to town, and then we're getting into that holiday season. We'll have the Meyer Badenhop Showcase, which used to be called the Henry County Classic. That'll be from Holgate. That'll be Liberty Center, Napoleon, Holgate, and Ayersville. And we'll have the Liberty Center games for you. We're actually going to go on the road to Holgate. I've already talked to them, made the arrangements over there. And then the girls, we will be on our schedule, says the Jingle Bell Classic. The Jingle Bell Jam out at Cedar Point. The ladies have been invited to that very exclusive tournament. We have not gotten confirmation from them yet. I know a lot of people have sent me Facebook messages and all kinds of stuff, and we just haven't heard back from them. They've got a busy schedule. We're going to do everything we can to bring you those games. Those are on the 28th, 29th, and 30th, and there's actually a day overlap. We'll figure out what to do with that, but check our schedule, LCTigerSportsLive.com, for all the details.
It's back to action here. After the timeout from Liberty Center, Zintek now in the corner. Top side to Conrad. Conrad had it dribbled off her foot. Back out to Hope Atkinson, and the Tigers will reset. Atkinson now on the drive. Thought about the jump shot. Kicks to Zintek. Zintek pulls the jump shot. No good. And it'll be out of bounds off Liberty Center.
Hope Atkinson needs to get in her shooting rhythm. She's one of the good shooters, one of the better shooters on that JV squad. She needs to get in a rhythm here.
For sure.
So Tinora trying to beat that Tiger press. And Liberty Center forces the turnover.
And the coach goes, What are you doing? What?
And that Liberty Center pressure, it's been very, very hounding all night. And, when you get that consistently, it gets to you. It annoys you. Now Atkinson controlling the point.
I'd just be Draymond Green and people. You know.
Conrad now kicks it topside. Over right corner to Bailey. Bailey skip past to Atkinson. Atkinson shot fake. Step back. Three-pointer. Rims off no good. Rebound fought for. Zintek with the save. Conrad with the save. Fosnight with the extra pass. Another extra pass. And Zintek gets the baby jumper to go at the baseline.
She if anybody was going to make that basket, she was the one that needed to make that with all that effort she's put in.
Now a tip pass there from Atkinson. Ball loose on the ground, and it's going to be off the Rams. And Tiger basketball.
I don't know about that.
And we're going to get a full timeout here from Tinora. And, that last possession, guys, what ball movement there by the Tigers. A couple of extra passes. And then Zintek, captain, as you mentioned, kind of made that play with the initial save, is the one that winds up getting the basket.
Yeah, rightfully so. And so a lot of hustle by the Lady Tigers. And I think that's one of the things that, the Tinora coach is saying, hey, you can't get out hustled here, girls. Tenora's got that. One of the things I was hoping to see, and I think they'll go to that, is Tenora's had that good inside game. They've got one of their bigs. She's a good player. She's a solid player for them. The Signs girl handles the ball really well, and I've been waiting for that inside out, get it down in the post, flash it back out, and they just haven't been able to do that. And I don't know if it's because of Liberty pressure or. Some days you're on and some days you're not.
Yeah, Tatum Krebs, a 6'1" sophomore. She's a nice post player down there. She just really hasn't gotten a lot of touches in the paint. And, you talk about how you eliminate a good post player, and I think that comes with perimeter pressure on some of those passes so they don't have those easy looks inside.
Yeah.
So,
and if you're out there listening, it's a lot easier coaching up here than it is down there. So, we can make adjustments a lot faster up here.
So after the Tinora timeout, Liberty Center will have the basketball. Under 3 to go here in the third quarter. Atkinson drives baseline. Behind the back, gets it back. Bailey tries to go into Fosnight. Tipped away. Conrad on the drive. Blocked by Krebs. Gets her own rebound.
That's a foul. Oh, come on. She cannot put her hand
Everything
in
is a
there
jump
like
ball.
that.
And a jump ball called.
I guess I'd rather have that than 8 million fouls.
Kaylin March checking in.
Why don't you, has Tinora, they've only had probably 3 or 4 fouls that they've committed. Liberty, with their aggressiveness, have had more.
Meyer now looking to beat the press. Gets it up now to March. March back over to Meyer. Meyer now controls at the top.
It's a good press break by the Lady Rams.
Jaden Signs now controls. She'll dribble right hand. Up strong with a right hand, and they'll get number 21, Gabby Conrad, on the foul.
They might get – no, they're going to get
they're going to get Chloe Moeller.
Chloe Moeller. She hip checked her. She hip checked her as she went around her.
So Chloe Moeller will get called for her third personal foul. Back to the free throw line go the Rams and Jaden Signs. Her first free throw on the way. Rims back off, front off, and drops in. First one good. So second free throw coming. That one misses back iron, no good. Rebound to Hope Atkinson. Now Atkinson will control the point for Liberty Center. She'll cross the timeline. Dribbles with the left hand. Kicks to Bailey. Bailey, jump stop. Shoots up the running jumper, no good. Chloe Moeller rebound inside. Has it knocked away. And the Rams will get the possession.
Chloe don't reach.
And it'll be a drive to the layup. Jaden Signs scores it with the right hand. And it's now 16-11 Rams finding their way, trying to get back into this ball game here. Atkinson dribbles between the legs. Now she slows it down. She'll reset the offense.
She's got to fire that, yeah.
Pulls the three-pointer. Rims out, no good. Gets her own rebound.
Keep shooting. Keep shooting.
Corner over to Chloe Moeller. Moeller gets it to Bailey. Bailey now will control. She'll dribble up top side. All the way with the right hand and misses no good. Fosnight on the rebound. Loose ball. unfortunately hit one of the Ram girls in the face. She's right back up and finds a way to get the loose ball, and then a foul will be called on Maddie Bailey.
And I think that's the same girl who got hit in the face. Yeah, that was a rough possession for her.
Yeah, great effort there by number 1, Jaden Signs. She got hit in the face with the basketball on the rebound as Fosnight tried to corral it, wasn't able to get it, hit off of her face, and then she was able to have the wherewithal to get back up defensively and come up with a steal for the Rams.
We get Fosnight and Zentek checked back in for the Lady Tigers. She got Bailey, Conrad, Zentek, Fuller, and Atkinson on the floor.
Signs tries to go up now. That's Oakley. Oakley turns it over. Zentek now with it. She kicks Bailey. Bailey will take the jump shot. Misses long off the iron, no good. And Mackenzie Fuller tracks down the rebound. Gabby Conrad has it now over to Atkinson. Zentek now in the corner.
Liberty doesn't have to hurry.
Corner now for Zentek. Tried to get it inside. Good cut there by Conrad. They'll go back to the right wing to Bailey. Bailey now top side. Atkinson, she'll shoot the three, and it's good. Hope Atkinson with a big shot on a good pass from Maddie Bailey.
That's one of those, don't think, just shoot, man. Don't think, just shoot it.
Atkinson able to catch it in rhythm. She was able to get it to go. And a 10-second violation call. 10-second violation call on the Rams there. So Liberty Center, after the big bucket from Atkinson, forces the turnover.
And like I said, at the conclusion of this game, and we're only at the end of the third quarter, they will be presenting Coach Davis with his 100th win. That's a travel.
And a loose ball on the floor. It'll
Jump
be
ball.
Another jump ball.
You know, there's probably a parlay in there somewhere on
Over-unders?
Yeah.
So Liberty Center has a chance here to get a good look off with 1.4 seconds to go here in the third quarter in a 19-11 ball game where offense has been hard to come by. A big shot here could pay dividends for the Tigers. Zentek to inbounds. She'll kick topside Atkinson. Atkinson triggers the three, banks off the glass, no good. And that is how the third quarter will come to an end. It'll be Liberty Center on top 19-11 in a little bit more of an offensive showing there in that quarter. Tinora able to get to the glass, get some buckets to go. But Tigers, once again, resiliency defensively leading to some offense.
Yeah, I think the adjustment you saw that Tinora Rams make is they were going to do the back cuts and use Liberty's aggressiveness against those. So, hey, while we got a break in the action, we want to thank our sponsors because these guys make these broadcasts available to you guys out there watching. KK Collision, Meyer Badenhop Insurance, STN Design, the Affinity IT Group, 3Chord, Davis Farm Services, Swanton Welding, Pam and Dick Leatherman, the Pizzanello's Pizza Place right uptown, Liberty Center, and last but not least, the Gerald Grain Centers. And Phil, you got some third quarter stats there?
Yeah, Liberty Center from the floor, 3 of 12 in that corner, no free throw attempts. Liberty Center with 5 offensive rebounds there in that quarter. Liberty Center also with 5 turnovers. For the Lady Rams, 1 of 5 from the field, 2 of 4 from the free throw line. They had 7 turnovers and only 1 rebound there. So it's been an offensive rebounding clinic for the Tigers thus far in this game, but still struggling to find any offensive rhythm.
Well, and now 36 field goal attempts to 14, and it's hard to lie with numbers, but I can. But lie with stats. There should be a class on that. Keek, you have that in at BGSU, lie with stats?
Nope.
Okay.
Not that I know of.
I'll teach you.
Okay.
Yeah, Tinora is 3 of 14 from the floor right now through the first 3 quarters. And still only find themselves down by 8 guys. So a couple big shots here from both teams could really be the separation factor. Now Atkinson guarding the ball there. It'll be kicked out to Meyer. Meyer once again guarded by Atkinson. Great hustle by Atkinson. Saves it into Meyer. Meyer misses short. And Mackenzie Fuller with a big rebound for the Tigers.
Don't call her Mackenzie.
That's not her name?
Kenzie.
Oh, sorry. My bad.
Oh, that's a walk.
Almost a turnover. Atkinson feeling it. Misses no good. Tips her own rebound.
You can call her Mackenzie. It's just she's always been Kenzie.
Oh, okay.
Or Ken's.
And a foul's going to be called. It'll be on number 25, Addie Zentek.
What? Addie Zentek with a foul? Yeah, it's what, second or third?
Second.
Yep.
Well, I think Coach for Liberty Center over there is wondering where they're getting some of these calls. I think it's been the same on both ends. Just Liberty Center's not getting some of those aggressive calls that they've been penalized for.
Yeah.
So now Signs will get the inbound entry for the Rams, guarded by Zintek. She'll use the ball screen.
Nice switch by Atkinson. And
tries to go high post. Ball tipped away by Conrad and stolen by Hope Atkinson. Now stolen back by Christina Meyer over to Signs. And then Signs has it stripped away from Kenzie Fuller. Crew gathers. Now back to Fuller. Fuller goes backdoor pass to Zintek. Good aggressiveness there. Girls on the floor
jump
everywhere, and a jump ball's called.
Good guess, Mark.
Kiki and I both was going to call that for you, Phil. Jump ball.
And once again, Addie Zintek just super aggressive down there. I mean, she had to go in through some traffic to try to catch that ball. Great effort there not to just allow that turnover and to be able to keep the possession there for the Tigers. Conrad gets it in now to Crew. Crew drives. Conrad in the corner. Conrad all the way to the basket. Puts up the shot.
Nice
just
shot.
rims out. Fuller battles in the rebound.
What is it?
Jump ball.
You didn't even have to look.
Nope.
And the Rams are going to get the possession. So Tigers continuing to get good looks and continuing to crash the offensive glass. Now Tinora will get the possession. 4:32 to go here in the ball game. In a defensive slugfest. Meyer kicks it to Signs. Signs looking to work against the triple team. Now kicks it over to Meyer. Meyer tries to go inside.
Yeah.
To that is March, and I think Kenzie Fuller with the active hands there to tip it out of bounds. And they're actually going to say that went off of a Tinora girl.
Yeah, I think Fuller tipped it, and it went off the Tinora Ram offensive player.
So the Tigers will get the possession. Now Hope Atkinson controls the point. She'll kick right side to Crew. Crew inside to Conrad. Conrad unable to handle the catch.
Jump ball.
And Liberty Center will keep the possession.
The over-under on this thing had to be 40.
I'm actually wondering how many they've called. It's got to be at least 20 at this point.
Well, we'll get that. I know Scott Army's on the buck over there, and he's very good at.
Good inbounds play from the Tigers. Fuller got a catch in the paint. Thought she might have had a chance to go up with it. Didn't like what she saw, and a turnover for the Tigers. Now Hope Atkinson strips it back. No call as she gets wrestled there. Now kicks out topside to Crew. Conrad on the drive. Good pass to Fuller. Fuller corrals in the paint. Now tries to kick outside. Another foul, no call, and Hope Atkinson triggers the three. And I think they're going to grant
Liberty Center.
a timeout. And it will be a full timeout. Hey, while we got a second, I do want to talk a little bit about that rule. The new rule is, in case you haven't listened to a broadcast or haven't watched a game, there's now 5 fouls that grants 2 free throws at the end of each quarter. There was a long debate about this rule, guys. It was more or less the fact of, I think, some of these games are being drawn out and turned into free throw competitions.
Yeah.
When you have 6, 7 fouls there in the first quarter, it turns into you not playing so much basketball as turning into a free throw competition. Now, I like free throws at the end of the game. I think that's a really big thing. You need to be able to make those free throws, which is why I like the 1-and-1. Make the first to earn the second. But I think the biggest factor was we want to keep the pace of play up, and we don't want these games to be lasting too long, going into 9:30 at night, stuff like that. So it'll definitely be different and something that needs to be gotten used to. But I think that ultimately was the decision factor for the OHSAA.
And I think the counterbalance to that, Phil, you mentioned it, but I want to make sure that people are really clear. At the end of every quarter, the fouls go back to 0. So, you have 7, 8 fouls in the first quarter. You got to play the second quarter, clean, and you lost some of the aggressiveness. But you're right. I think it's a good rule change. I think we'll see as the season goes on. I like the idea that we. And it favors teams like Liberty Center that are aggressive because you could get 10 fouls in the first quarter and then you have 0 in the second.
And I think that's a big point for teams to have a lot of depth too. Is it changes your whole outlook. In the first quarter, you have all these fouls. Well, now we have to change the entire way we play because of that. And now it's, maybe not as quite of a strategical point, maybe in that sense. So just definitely wanted to hit on that. So good inbounds pass or interior pass there from Crew to Fuller. Fuller, yeah, got mugged. Conrad on the drive. She'll get fouled and goes to the line. Gabby Conrad, aggressive. And she, guys, she's had a really, really nice ball game. Not a lot in the scoring column, but she's done a lot of dirty work here tonight.
Yeah, she's kind of one of the. She's that forward that you don't hear a lot about, you don't see a lot, but boy, all the work that she does, as broadcasters, that's kind of one of our jobs is to make sure that people hear about that. So
Gabby Conrad drills the first free throw, gives Liberty Center a 9-point lead here with over 3 to go, and it might feel like a 25-point lead, guys, with the lack of offense that we've seen thus far today.
Yeah, it could be with 3 minutes left. It could be an insurmountable.
Now a loose ball, saved there by Krebs. Good hustle, able to be gathered there by the Rams. And Signs will take it, 1 of 1 at the line for Conrad. Tinora tried to go inside, loose ball, good hustle over there. But it'll be out of bounds to the Tigers.
Hey, once again, I do want to mention we will not be stopping our stream, so you can just stay logged on, keep watching. We're going to switch to a field mic a little bit. We're going to run our weekly preview with Coach Tim Davis here, and then we've got a presentation going to be made just after warm-ups for the varsity. Nice play.
Good job there by Zintek. Broke the pressure, and another good high pass up there to Fosnight. Fosnight went up and got it and scored the layup.
Keep it up.
He's had a good game.
Yeah, pretty solid game. She's got 12 of the 22 points.
He literally, wow. So Addie Zintek's going to get called for a hand check, I guess. Her third.
Don't start it now.
Team's second. It'll be Tinora here to inbound. Jaden Signs the inbounder. Checking in now for the Rams, India Oakley. Rams the inbound. They'll go to Christina Meyer. Meyer dribbles with the right hand, spins back left, has an open lane, loses the ball, still loose on the floor. Krebs tries to save it. It'll be saved to Hope Atkinson for the Tigers, and the Tigers will look to push.
No, they don't need to do that.
And
that's what Coach Weimer's like, no, slow it down.
Coach Crew, or Macy Crew there.
Coach Crew.
Coach Crew, yeah.
She's kind of a coach.
Yeah. Macy Crew there saw Fosnight a little bit, tried to sneak that pass into her, but it just went over her head and out of bounds as Tinora will get the possession. 2 minutes here now to go in the ball game.
Well, I don't know, that pick that was almost set there, the little number 13 girl almost got a full force of Macy Crew coming down the floor.
Signs with a catch inside.
Oh, my goodness, dude, come on.
He's getting beat up tonight.
Well, he's way over here calling that call. I mean, you got a referee that's about 4 feet from her. But nonetheless, that's going to be... they called that on Conrad. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. If anything, I thought it might have been on Hope Atkinson, who was actually out on the defensive play on there, but nevertheless.
Unless it was on the backside here.
Yeah, I didn't see that. It might have been that. I only saw Hope on this side.
I'm sure the referee had a better view of it than we did.
Well, we're going to say that anyway. Fosnight again. Great defense. Using that quickness. I think Krebs thought she might have had Fosnight sealed, but using that quickness and athleticism, got around for the steal.
18-foot wingspan she's got.
So Crew now has it on the wing. She'll go topside to Conrad. Conrad over to Atkinson. Liberty Center in no hurry here. Conrad, I think they're going to get a foul. Okay, no, out of bounds.
Yeah, she was just a little early on the whistle, so... Remember,
I definitely think it was a body foul, but nevertheless, Liberty Center will have it.
At this point, why call it? Really?
So Conrad on the wing, kicks it Zintek. Zintek has it at the top. Now goes to Hope Atkinson, and the Tigers can kind of play a little bit of keep away here as Macy Crew now will have it on the top side. Tinora looking to extend that pressure a little bit. Crew, inbounds pass. Good move by Fosnight, scores. And Aletha Fosnight has had a great game on the inside. What a pass there from Crew. Fosnight had some position inside there. Crew got it right to her strong hand and almost delivered the pass right into Fosnight's move and was able to score.
Wow,
as
nice
Christina
drive.
Meyer goes to the rack. She'll be fouled by Macy Crew, and Christina Myers had a nice game for the Rams.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, one of the things the Lady Rams does really well is use that ball pit, that ball screen where they drop it off there and run around and they're getting the corner and getting the edge there, and Liberty's having to force to be fouled.
Guys, I want to mention a little bit too about the Lady Tigers, how well they've bounced pass into the paint area tonight. When you are working against a zone defense like they've seen for most of the game, you really need to get those inside post entries, those elbow post entries, and their bounce passes, ball fakes tonight have been really, really nice.
Yeah.
Second free throw on the way, no good.
Top of the backboard. Remember, the conclusion of this game, we'll stay on. You don't have to log off, and that'll be all winter. We're going to do this. We're just going to stay on live. We're going to go to the weekly preview with Coach Tim Davis, and then we'll come back for the Swanton Welding pregame show. And we'll have a word presentation.
I know this is something little, but Hope Atkinson just did a really nice job there on that bounce pass from Zintek. Atkinson probably could have had that stolen, but did a really nice job to be able to come back to that basketball to get that pass. And
Hope is a very good
and I
ball
think
handler.
young players, that's a forgotten art. You got to go get the ball, and I think we've seen that tonight as Fosnight scores inside again. Aletha Fosnight leading the way
for her.
She's got 16 points here tonight, and she's had a great game on the inside for the Tigers. Now Signs dribbles it up, tries to beat that double team.
That's one of the things Liberty.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a push. Macy Crew didn't like the call, but it was, and that's going to be her fifth foul. She's pointing to Addie. It was her.
No, I think she's wondering how they've only had 5 fouls calling on them the entire game, and we've had this many. But good learning moments.
It's the aggressiveness.
Yeah.
And when you play defense like this, this is going to happen. Now, fortunately, with the numbers we have, you're gonna be able to do that, and you don't like it, but okay.
And Macy's one of those girls who's not afraid to be physical at all, and I think sometimes she doesn't realize maybe how physical she's being. So, good game for Macy here tonight. Not a lot in the scoring.
Macy
but
gets that aggressiveness from her mom. Don't be taking stuff off the dinner table.
Hey, you got a couple of older brothers that you got to fight for meals with over there too. So
Mom and Dad sitting down on the other side of our broadcast table here. So.
Hey, you got to battle with Jarrett and Cam to get meals. You just never know.
Hey, don't forget Delaney.
Yeah, Delaney
the
too.
Diesel, baby.
And Liberty Center can pretty much run out the clock as Liberty Center does a nice job overcoming a very stingent offensive performance here tonight, guys. And, Cap, we talk about it often. Defense is something that always stays constant. When you can't score the basketball, really, really helped out the Lady Tigers here tonight.
Well, and we talk about early season games here. Danny Kessler's going to come with some fourth quarter stats. We talk about early season games. You're really talking about defense comes first. Defense comes easiest. I'm sure volleyball too. You playing volleyball. Defensively, you kind of know what you're doing before offensively it kind of jives.
Yeah.
And, fortunately, Liberty Center's been both JV and Varsity been a turnover machine this year. So, Phil, you got some closing stats here. I know you're penciling them up real quick. Again, once the girls start, we're going to go to our coach's interview, and then we'll be back with the Swanton Welding pregame show. So,
let's see here. I have, for the fourth quarter, Tinora was 0 of 3 from the field. Liberty Center 3 of 6 from the field. From the free throw line, Liberty Center 1 of 2. Tinora was 0 for 4. Turnovers, Tinora with 8 turnovers there in that fourth quarter. Liberty Center with 5. Rebounding, Liberty Center with 1. Tinora with 3. So for the game, Liberty Center shot 10 of 42. from the field. Tinora was 3 of 17 from the field. Biggest category of the night, though, if you ask me, guys. When you struggle to score the basketball, if you're able to get 12 offensive rebounds to give you some extra possessions, that's the difference of the game here. And Liberty Center was able to convert on some of those chances.
All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and break in between games here. We're going to play the weekly preview with Coach Tim Davis and Scott Barrett, and then we'll be back with varsity action here shortly. Thanks again. Phil Snow on the call, Kiki Moss on the color, and we'll be
back Tuesday.
Yep,
Yes.
we'll be back Tuesday with more JV action. We'll be back in about 15 minutes with the varsity.
LC Tiger Sports Live welcomes in 10-year women's basketball coach Tim Davis to review the week that was and to preview the week that's coming. So, Coach Davis, you're 3-0. Good start. I think you guys felt this last year. You knew what you had coming into the season. This last week you got a win on the road at Holgate, and then you had a big one at Van Buren, a repeat of the district final game that you got a big win on, but some things that you liked and some things you didn't. So let's maybe talk about the state of the team at 3-0, things that you've liked so far in this early season and things that you're working on.
Yeah, I think, looking at our team and kind of where we're at right now, we've done a really good job on the defensive side of things as far as turning teams over. In the 3 games that we have played, we're turning teams over at 32 times a game.
Wow.
That's unheard of. But looking back a little bit at that Holgate game, I thought that's always a challenge going on the road.
It is.
A county team. We haven't really played well over there over the years,
that's a fact, yeah.
for many years. And, we came out right from the start and kind of put the game away early. Now the Holgate's a very young team, so we took advantage of some of that with the pressure that we gave them and their lack of experience with their guards. So really happy with that performance there. Was really looking forward to the Saturday game at Van Buren. Van Buren had 4 girls back from last year's team.
In the district final.
In a district final, a very, very good team, and probably one of their best players from a year ago in the point guard and the Derlick girl. But then they also add to their team, they had a 6-foot freshman who is very aggressive, and she's going to be a handful for teams down the road, as she gets older and matures a little bit. But it was a very physical game, over there on a Saturday afternoon. It's a challenge. Our girls came out and competed really hard to start with. Again, was able to turn them over quite a bit. And the thing I liked about that game the most is we handled the aggressive play.
Yeah.
And that's something that we're going to have to be able to handle going down the road. We got a great shooting performance from Eliza Jones, who knocked down 6 threes for us, which was huge. But across the board, I was really happy with how we played over there. Take away some of those turnovers, and I thought it was a really, really good game for us.
Back to Holgate for a second. I know that, obviously this is one of your better teams, and they're young, but why is it a challenge going to Holgate or going on the road to a county opponent? I mean, there is something. I've been to a lot of Holgate games. You've coached a ton of them. Why, in your opinion, is it harder to get on the road, get down to Holgate, play that game in a fashion that you'd be happy with? What has it been the bugaboo about that game that's been tougher than maybe most or an early season play for you?
Yeah, I don't know exactly what that is, but I think kind of their style of play is part of that.
Yeah.
Offensively, they're not in a real hurry. They try to make you work defensively, and then they do a lot of fundamental things really, really solid and consistent.
Well coached.
Well coached, without a doubt. So I really kind of compare them a little bit with how consistent they are with the little things as with a Archibald type team. But I think that's what the challenges are. We're very good at taking advantage of some of the other teams' lack of consistency. So I think that's the challenge that Holgate always presents us.
Coming out of that Holgate game and getting prepared for what I would consider and what you would consider a very important early season matchup, you talked a little bit about some of the shooting, and you feel like the shooting overall will get better. You're starting to see that a little bit now, the perimeter shooting getting a little bit better, the percentages improving a little bit. What's been the key to some of the better shooting?
Well, I think just catching the ball in rhythm and getting the ball to girls, that are hitting on that specific night. We did a really good job of getting Eliza the basketball. Yeah. And the other thing with that is we were in foul trouble early. Kaylee Blanton got 2 fouls probably in the first minute and 30 seconds. So Emerson Gherkin came in, did a really nice job for us, and played a lot of minutes. Probably a few more than what she's used to as far as the conditioning side of things. But I thought we did a really good job of getting the ball to the open girl when they were ready to shoot it, and being ready to shoot it and moving the ball. We still are moving the basketball really well on offense.
I know that you're not one to highlight individual players. This is a unit and team, and you've been very clear about that. But let's face it, a 6-3 performance by Liza Jones. I mean, you've coached a lot of shooters. You were an outstanding shooter when you played, for sure. What is it about Liza Jones? I mean, for me, it's her release. She's just got great rhythm and great balance and a lot of confidence. But what about her shooting? Because she's been a good shooter for a while now.
Yeah.
And it just what about it? When you're a fan just watching Liza Jones, she catches and shoots it. And, I mean, she just drains threes. What is that about?
Well, it's consistency. She's consistent with her shot. She doesn't fight her shot. It's all in rhythm. It's smooth. She's got a nice release, as you mentioned. And she knows her game. That's the other thing. She knows what her strength is. So she's always going to be ready to shoot it before she even catches it, which is part of the battle. And her footwork and her using her legs has been really good. And then you add the confidence to it. I mean, that goes a long ways.
It's been a nice three-headed monster for you early in the season. I mean, obviously, Emmy Gray, a lead scorer for you and a two-guard, and you've gotten really good play from Nicole Keller. So you've got Nicole Keller attacking the basket. You've got your best scorer sitting there at the 2 who can do a variety of things, who's also having a nice shooting, has started the season shooting it pretty well. And then Liza Jones is sitting there when the ball gets reversed, or you get a girl at the high post, and there she is sitting just waiting to shoot the 3. So you've gotten really good production from your lead scorers. And maybe talk a little bit about that dynamic that's led you early in the season.
Well, it presents challenges for the defenses. They've got to – even in that Van Buren game, they went box and 1 against Emmy there for a while. Then they switched it over to Eliza.
Right.
So if you're switching who you're going to box and 1, that's obviously you got multiple players that can score. And those aren't the only 2 girls that can score.
So
we've got 9 girls that can score the basketball. I'm very confident in that, and shoot the basketball from the perimeter. So, when a team does go box and 1 or a funky defense, you still got some other players that you got to defend, and that's going to be very difficult to do.
I think Molly Perry came out the Holgate game, and I think she was a player of the game for WNDH, so she buried some threes. So, as a coach, there's, opposing coach, it's hard to find answers for that many players that can score the ball. And you did talk about that in the preseason a little bit about, last year's team was really defensive, very athletic, very aggressive. That was the hallmark. You felt like the scoring would be better this year. You felt maybe the shooting would be better. Are you starting to see some of those green shoots of the things you talked about in the preseason about scoring and shooting out of this team?
Absolutely. You go right down the line. I mean, you got Bea Barrett and, like I said, Molly that can shoot it, and Gracie, who shot it fairly well in the preseason. I think she's going to come along. We've tweaked some things there, but just being able to spread the floor, keep the spacing, make teams defend the entire court is an advantage for us.
One of the things you also talked about that was a concern for you was rebounding. In the preseason, I went to all the scrimmages, and I would hear you really emphasize, listen, get your shots and take your threes, but get to the glass.
Yeah.
I know it's been a big – and you're a guard. I mean, you were a good rebounding guard, but, has this team started to kind of embrace the idea that they got to get to the glass, even the guards who like to get back in transition? Talk about the rebounding.
Yeah, I think it's been a team effort across the board. One thing that's been a challenge for us is to kind of, you can see if we're rebounding or not, but some of the challenges when you're turning teams over, there's not a lot of shots to rebound the opposing team is getting.
Yeah.
But I do like our aggressiveness. I thought there was some possessions against Van Buren where, again, Eliza did a really nice job of checking out, getting to the boards. All 5 of our girls, we know that that's an area that we have to be better in than what we've been in the past. And it's just basically, a feel for it. Go get the ball, and being where you need to be, reading the ball off the rim. Maybe sometimes it's being quicker. Maybe sometimes it's being stronger to get a rebound.
Yeah. I remember Charles Barkley talking about he was an undersized elite rebounder. He said, just go get the damn ball.
Yeah.
That's what he just go get the ball.
Yeah.
And I think that's what you talk
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
Just go get it, right?
Yeah. Some of you look at it, some of your better rebounders aren't your tallest players.
Right.
I mean, and this day and age of the game of basketball with as many three-point shots that are taken, a lot of those rebounds are long. So it's getting that read off the rim and being the first to the ball.
One of the also things about this team I've liked a lot, you've always had a good point guard or a lead guard, I would say, but you've got a couple 2-3 girls in the backcourt, and Emmy Gray certainly could do it too. She did it early in her career, but Gracie Miller has been able to give you big minutes. Nicole really has emerged as a really nice looking player. Molly Perry gives you a ball handler. I mean, you've got a lot of girls that can handle the basketball for you, and I know that's really important. Good guard play is enormously important. You're going to start facing the Springfields and the Anthony Waynes and getting pressure. Talk about your lead guards a little bit.
Yeah, when you have three, I say we have 3 point guards.
Yeah, which is a rarity.
Right, with Gracie and Nicole and Emmy that can all do it. And I think what that does, more importantly, is it relieves some of that pressure that we put on point guards. Because the point guard, to me, obviously I played it, is the most important position on the floor. Because if you don't have a point guard, you don't have much of anything else because it kind of controls the game. But with those 3, at the point and being able to take pressure off each other, and the thing we like about those 3 girls is they're able to beat pressure and attack, and then it opens up things for us. And they've done a really nice job of finding the open girls. We really haven't had a team. Van Buren did a little bit as far as pressuring us. I thought we handled things in the backcourt. Maybe not so much when we're in the front court, but those things will clean up. And we're fortunate to have those 3 players.
So you're on the road tonight, long road trip, middle of week road trips. Those are tougher. You have Edgerton tonight, and then you got a big one at home Saturday night against Tinora, a good basketball team that will present challenges. When you're on the road, Coach, I mean, how difficult is it for you? I mean, you've got a schedule. You've got to get on the bus. You've got to get off the bus. It can be a little bit of lethargic time for the girls. Talk about your on the road, especially a long road game Saturday at Van Buren. You come back today. Talk about how you have to prepare these kids to get off the bus and get ready to go. How do you do that?
Yeah, we talk a lot about getting off to a good start. And, tonight's going to be a challenge for us just in the fact that the JV game is only 2 quarters, so that throws a little different wrinkle into it. That's going to start at 6:30 tonight, but the long bus ride, as you mentioned. And that's why it's important to get off to a good start and get the kind of the flow going. And tonight's gonna be a challenge. I've talked to the girls. I've told the girls, the Farnham girl over there at Edgerton is 6-foot sophomore that can play anywhere. She's gonna be one of the better players that we play all year, no question. So tonight's gonna be a huge challenge for us, and being able to stop her, but being able to be locked in right from the start. And it helps that we have 9 seniors that have been there, done that. They know what they need to do to get ready. So this year it makes it a little easier for us. But again, going over there on a Thursday night and against a team that's really played some tough teams, very solid.
They really
have. Tonight's a worry for me, to be quite honest with you. We're going to have to come out again from the start and get after them and play solid defensively and make some shots.
Bit of a trap game. Then you have a game Saturday night in the prime time at home. Finally, seems like you've been on the road a lot. So
we don't have many home games.
I mean, you get a home game and it's Saturday night. Talk a little bit about Tinora before we wrap this up.
Yeah, Tinora, we were able to go see them on Monday against Archibald over in Defiance, and they've got quite a few girls back from last year.
Yep.
A team that really can shoot the basketball. The Oakley
good ball
girls,
game last year over there last year.
For 3 quarters it was. And the Oakley girls can shoot it. They got a little point guard that can handle it really well. And then a girl that I'm really impressed with is a 6 foot, again, athletic, the Lee girl, who scored, I think, 26 one game this year so far. So again, they're going to get after us too. I think they will pressure us a little bit, what we haven't seen so far this year. So no, we're going to have to be ready, and I think a Saturday night, like you said, primetime game. I think our girls will be up for that challenge.
3-0 road game tonight against Edgerton. Home primetime against Tinora. Coach Davis, wish you a lot of luck this week.
Thank you very much.
Wish you a lot of luck this week.
Thank you very much.
All right, we're back here from the Jungle and Liberty Center for the varsity action. I'm your host, Mark the Cat DeBly, on the call tonight. The coach, Greg Badenhop, with Scott Barrett. Guys, I'm excited.
Yeah. What a non-conference matchup we got here, Scott, between the Tinora Rams here and our Lady Tigers. And as you look through the notes, you talk to Coach Davis, it kind of looks like maybe they're looking at each other in the mirror a little bit in terms of stylistic play, in terms of how they want to get the pace to a certain point. And I'm happy to be on the mic, and what a game I can get to make a debut on here.
It's prime time here for Liberty Center. The girls get this opportunity to play on Saturday night. Wasn't sure how to even handle it in a pregame shoot-around, but you brought up a couple of nice points there, Coach. I think Liberty Center's in for a big game against a very athletic team and a team that's got size. I mean, their size is very functional. They get out and run. They can shoot 3. They play 5 around 1, 5 around 0, or 4 around 1. So their bigs are not only just kids that go to the glass, but those are kids that can shoot it. almost like European players, good passers, very disciplined. One in particular, Addison Lee, 11 points a game, 6-footer, but she's knocked down 5 threes. A kid that can run the floor, very athletic in the open floor. They've got 5 kids that are 5'7 plus and 3 that are 5'11 plus. So that's good size on the front line, a lot of good athletes, and they're going to look a lot like Liberty tonight.
Yeah, and you don't want to look too far down the road, but this is the type of team come tournament time you're probably going to see multiple of if you want to make a deep run. Teams that are athletic, multiple, flexible in their lineups, girls that can go inside and outside. So I'm excited to see, one, how our girls respond, but maybe more importantly, how Coach Davis attacks this type of a game. Is he going to change what we do, or kind of force them to, change what they do to dictate our style?
All right, we're going to take a break here for the national anthem and play introductions. We're going to go to the public address announcer, and we'll be back right after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, this past Saturday, December 9th, the Liberty Center girls basketball team traveled to Van Buren High School and defeated the Lady Knights. In this victory, Coach Tim Davis achieved his 100th career win. We would like to recognize this milestone achievement and congratulate him on this milestone. As part of this, you have a gift from your team this year in recognition for your 100th career win. Again, let's get a big round of applause for Coach Tim. On behalf of the Board of Education, the administration, and the athletic department, we are pleased Ladies and gentlemen, we live in a country with liberty and freedom, to honor the United States of America and all of our servicemen and servicewomen, both past and present. Remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem, the Star-Spangled Banner. Liberty Center High School and Tinora High School are members of the Ohio High School Athletic Association and abide by high standards of conduct and competition. While the athletes in this game tonight are friendly rivals, all in attendance are reminded that this is a game between student athletes and that sporting behavior is expected. The officials for this game tonight have been chosen according to the policies and procedures set forth by the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Your officials for tonight's game are Mr. Tom Dart, Mr. John Jansens, and Mr. Jim Elsasser. And now let's meet our teams. First, the visitors from Tinora High School. A 6-foot senior, number 5, Addison Lee. A 5-foot, 5-inch senior, number 11, Carly Oakley. A 5-foot, 6-inch junior, number 12, Owen Blanchard. A 5'11" junior, number 22, Julia Durfee. And a 5'6" junior, number 23, Nova Oakley. Tinora is coached by Andrew Thiel, assisted by Tracy Roofer and K.C. Knowles. And now, let's meet your Liberty Center, Lady Tigers. A 5'7" senior, number 1, Emmy Gray. A 5'7" senior, number 2, Elle Moeller. A 5'7" senior, number 10, Nicole Keller. A 5'9" senior, number 13, Eliza Jones. And a 5'10" senior, number 54, Kaylee Blanton. Liberty Center is coached by
All right, Scott, here we go.
Davis.
This is a primetime matchup here for these girls on a Saturday night. Let's get it started.
It's great to see Tim, Davis, Coach Davis, get recognized for his 100th win. You know what that's like.
It is.
Tim had a slow rebuild. First couple of years were very rough as they transitioned from the last coach, and I know that he's put a lot of work into this program. I know you do at the boys level, and that 100th win is a nice milestone for Tim. It's great to see him get it.
It is. I'm glad he was able to get recognized at a game like this with a lot of fans in the stands. It's good for him, good for this program.
As good as Tinora is tonight, Greg, I think Liberty Center at 4-0, averaging 54 points a game, and the starters come out about the third quarter. But Emmy Gray tonight, a big key for Liberty Center. You're going to see here they run the offense through her, and Nicole Keller, a great driving point guard.
Tip controlled here by Liberty Center. They get right into their offense here, Scott. Liberty Center starts in their traditional 4-on-1.
Tinora in a little man-to-man. They're athletic enough. They're very comfortable defending both perimeter and the bigs in the post.
Liza Go, you're going to go a hammer screen here for Emmy Gray on the outside for the wing for 3. Bang! Good start for the Tigers. Emerson Gray knocks down a triple.
Emmy Gray with a great stroke. That's her 6th-3 of the season. A little slow start, but a great preseason.
Liberty Center jumps right into their full court pressure here. Elle Moeller gets a deflection. Kaylee Blanton comes up, throws it down, and we're going to go out of bounds, but great effort there by Kaylee Blanton coming from her back spot in that pressure. Scott, when you see Liberty jump into this defense with athletes like this, when you're the opposing coach, this is intimidating. It's got to be.
Well, Tinora has good guards, but I'm not sure even good guards can handle the athleticism that Liberty brings.
Deflection by Nicole Keller to Eliza Jones. She drives in just off the mark. Rebound fought for. And Tenora's Addison Lee will come out with it. Liberty jumps right into that pressure, though, off a miss. Tinora pushing. All reverse. They run her off the line. Inside. Rebound by Kaylee Blanton. Outlet to Eliza Jones. And, Scott, that's one thing Coach Davis talked about, running them off the three-point line right there. And you saw it, I think, in that first possession. That flying out at shooters, force them to take that mid-range kind of off-balance
79 attempted threes, Greg. They love to shoot the three.
That's incredible. That's 20 a game. Ball goes inside to Blanton here on the block. Takes her time. Gets over that right shoulder just off the mark. Offensive rebound fought for. Kaylee Blanton gets it, kicks it out. Tigers will reset. Nicole Keller at the head here. Flips it to Elle Moeller. Ball gets reversed. Tigers will reset.
Tinora doing a really good job early on in their man-to-man sets.
They are.
Covering Emmy Gray very nicely. Not a lot of open opportunities for Liberty early.
Good attack by Emmy. The kick out. We're going to call a travel here on Emmy. And you see, Scott, Tinora a little bit maybe of an adjustment from what they normally do. They're playing a little more pack line and sitting in gaps here as opposed to maybe getting up and pressuring and denying as much, forcing the Tigers perhaps to be a little more patient than they're used to. And we'll see if that is an adjustment they continue to make. Adopt the sideline. Elle Moeller is going to be called for a reach there. That will be her first foul here, and Tigers first.
Elle Moeller, the defensive guru in this starting five for Liberty Center, gets a lot of points up front in the press, can beat anybody back to defend the rim. Elle Moeller, a very valuable athlete on that defensive side of the ball.
Another deflection. There's a steal. Just as you mentioned her name, Scott, she comes up with a steal. Outlet's going to Emmy Gray, and down the floor the Tigers are come. Into the front court, Emmy Gray makes a pass down the corner. We got Eliza Jones. Tigers will reset here into their 4-out offense. Ball goes down to Blanton on the block. Blanton takes her time, goes over the right shoulder. Just off the mark with that right-handed hook. Rebound down there by Addison Lee.
Addison Lee, not only their leading scorer, Greg, but their leading rebounder. She's outstanding, both in the offensive and defensive glass.
Blanton runs her off the line again, but a good attack right there by Durfee. Knocks into 2. 3-2 here, Rams. Good outlet up to Blanton. Blanton makes a move just short again. Addison Lee with another rebound here. She's cleaning up on the glass down there on the defensive boards.
5'11", Julie Durfee able to take our bigs off the dribble.
A little backdoor cut here. And up and in. That's number 11. That's Carly Oakley. That's a senior guard on the nice little backdoor action there. Nicole Keller with a nice pass down to Kaylee Blanton. Just not able to get that go.
Addison Lee with another rebound. But, again, their bigs are big enough and athletic enough to take you off the dribble.
And those are good shots. Kaylee's going to get those to go here. Those are good shots the Tigers are getting. Those will fall here as the game kind of progresses on. So Tenora's going to get set here and looks like a 5-out sort of set with some cutter action.
Kaylee Blanton does a really nice job defending bigs. Very athletic kid.
Tigers in their man-to-man right now. Pushing Tinora out maybe a little further than they're used to. Ball gets reversed over to Durfee. Durfee in the corner is going to dribble it out top. Reset the offense here with Oakley.
Liberty Center doing a good job beating the Tinora Rams to their spots and closing out three-point shooters.
And there's Durfee again off the dribble, not able to go. And Emerson Gray's going to push. Good job by Tinora in transition defense there, stopping that.
5'11", Julie Durfee. Really nice off the dribble, Greg. A lot of skills for a big girl.
Tigers back to that 41 offense here, that 4-out, 1 in. Again, Tinora, you can kind of see that pack line. You see those guards that are kind of just sitting in those gaps there waiting for this dribble handoff action, not really getting overextended. That's what they got to continue to do. Kaylee Blanton gets down there, and she's going to draw the foul and go to the line for 2. That's Addison Lee on the foul there. That's number 1 on Tinora, on the 6-foot senior.
Greg has talked a lot about working inside out, and Kaylee Blanton, has a good height advantage at 5'11", but very quick off of her feet. Really nice in the low post. Works the low block very well. So her quickness with her size and some of her skill set, I think, really works against this kind of defense.
First free throw up and in for Kaylee. And when you see Kaylee get that ball on the block, it's a pretty cool combination of patience. Okay, she has patience, but then she's quick, like you said, off of her feet, which is a heck of a combination to have to guard when you have a post player who's not in a rush. She takes her time, and then she's quick when she wants to make a move and decisive. So Blanton's able to knock them both down, and Tigers take the 5-4 lead with 4 minutes to go here in the first.
Emerson Gherkin checks in. She'll match up with Julia Durfee in the half court playing man-to-man.
We're also going to get Gracie Miller checking into the game. Gracie Miller on the steal there on a nice trap on the baseline. On the sideline. Ball reversed. Eliza Jones for 3 from the top of the key. Bang!
That's her 12th in the season.
Number 12 on the season.
Shooting over 55% from 3. That's unreal, Greg.
That is unreal. At that clip, too, with over 20 attempts. That's impressive. That's over and back. Yep. She did not establish, so you got to be established in the front court there when you make that pass.
That's El Moeller. That's El Moeller all over her hands, feet, beating her to spots.
One thing you look at from a stat standpoint, it never shows up in the big stats, so to speak, but when you look at deflections for a defense, and El Moeller, I'm not sure if the area keeps that or not, but they should, because El Moeller would be on the top of that list of deflections. She is the one of the premier defenders in girls basketball in our area. Going to go to Liza from the corner again. Stoff this time. Offensive rebound knocked over to Gracie Miller, not able to get it to go. Rebound by Oakley. Tigers pick up that full court pressure off the miss, and here comes Tinora down the other way. There's a deflection again by El Moeller, knocks it out of bounds.
Again, Liberty Center doing a great job getting back on defense. You can't beat El Moeller and Gracie Miller down the floor. They win those races time and time again.
So Tinora will inbound from the sidelines here. A little token pressure by the Tigers. Tigers in their man-to-man. Looks like Tenora's kind of transitioned to a 4-out, 1 in here with 24 in the game. Emerson Gray with the deflection and the steal. Nice little move right there with that ball up and over. Good little gather step from Emerson Gray and a finish. Tigers up 10-4.
Real soft at the rim. Greg Emmy just really feels her way around the box very well. Excellent score, Emmy Gray.
Tigers get a trap, and out of it, Tinora gets the ball down. Addison Lee in the corner. She's going to try that 3 from the corner just a bit deep. Emerson Gherkin goes up and gets a nice rebound and starts the outlet to Liza Jones. Liza's down the floor, attacking. Nice bounce pass to the other side. Emerson Gray deflected. And it's going to be Tinora ball. That's good. That's good transition basketball right there. Good outlet pass. Emerson Gherkin, nice rebound. Eliza Jones, the push. Opposite block was filled. Beautiful transition basketball, just not able to get it to go.
Eliza Jones, for a big, handles the ball really well, nice and patient. Doesn't turn the ball over. It really saw the opportunity with Emmy Graham in the opposite block on the transition. Well done.
Molly Perry and Bea Barrett check into the basketball game, as does Nicole Keller back into the game. Up the sideline, the Rams go. Attacks middle. Kick, 18-footer, off the mark. Tigers let it go out of bounds. That'll be white ball.
Molly Perry checks in. Greg, she's had a great early season start from the three-point line. She's knocked down 3, shooting around 40%.
And here, this is a little three-quarter court 1-2-2 from the Rams here.
Knew we would see this.
What you're going to see is this half-court trap. Nice little diagonal. Bea Barrett on the attack. Ball's deflected out of bounds. That's good offense right there. When you got a 1-2-2 like that, generally what's going to be open is you're going to look sideline, middle, long, opposite. They look long opposite there, and a nice job by Bea Barrett attacking.
Nicole Keller sees the floor very well. Excellent press break.
Ball goes up top here on the baseline, out of bounds. Nicole Keller will attack. Molly Perry on the attack. Gherkin outside. Gracie Miller wide open for 3. Just off the mark. Nicole Keller gets her hand on that offensive rebound. Back up top to Gracie. Kind of reset the offense here. Bea Barrett baseline. Opposite corner, Molly Perry's going to try that 3 from the corner just a bit deep. Offensive rebound, Bea Barrett. Ball swung around. Inside to Gherkin, just a bit high on the entry pass. Here come the Rams back the other way. 23 Oakley dishes off. A nice block there from behind by Molly Perry in transition.
Then Liberty Center does a great job, Greg. All their athletes, they're deep. They're athletic. They really run the floor on defense, get back to defend the rim.
Baseline out of bounds. Ball gets back up top. That's going to be Oakley for 3, and she knocks it down. Again, she's a 47% three-point shooter coming into the game, Scott, and I think Coach Davis is not going to be happy getting her a clean look.
Yeah, I mean, she was a person with a green dot. I mean, you've got to run at her and shut her down, and she's their best three-point shooter.
Well, that's post-entry high again, looking for Gherkin. Here come the Rams again, and that's Oakley on the wing. Gracie Miller picks her up. Tigers get matched up in transition. Tinora in that 41 offense here. Baseline drive, and we got a foul.
What you're seeing, Tinora, unafraid of Liberty's press and unafraid to take it right in the teeth of Liberty's bigs in the painted area. So Tenora's athletes have shown up so far.
Yep.
You know, their top scorers have scored. Their bigs can shoot the 3. They've rebounded the basketball well. Tinora is a formidable opponent tonight, probably Liberty's best opponent so far in the 4 games they've played. You know, one thing that'll be interesting to see as this game kind of goes on, Scott, is Liberty now making what is probably their 7th or 8th substitution here in the first quarter, and Tenora's, I think, made 1. With number 24 Bailey subbing in for Durfee. I think that's the only sub they've made. So we'll see if this pace can be continued by Tinora. Both free throws are missed. Emerson Gherkin on the rebound. Tigers will bring it into the front court. Emerson Gray balances that floor out. Gherkin keeps working on that 41 on the inside. Nicole Keller on the attack. Nice attack. Nice kick out. Emerson Gray on the wing for 3. Just off the mark. Bea Barrett with an offensive rebound and a stick back. That's what she does. That's what she does. And kind of an undersized rebounder, kind of, outperforms her size a little bit, but I like the fact they got an open look.
That pressure gets to him again, and Gherkin's going to get the steal. They're going to reverse that ball. Emerson Gray on the wing. She's going to attack. Nicole Keller now over to Bea Barrett. Tigers continue to attack those gaps hard. And good kick out here to Molly Perry, who's going to attack. She's going to get it up just off the mark as a shot clock. But, Nicole Keller, offensive rebound. No foul call, but the Tigers are going to go to the second quarter, leading 12-7 after an entertaining first quarter.
Hey, while we got a break here between quarters, we want to thank our sponsors, because without these people, these broadcasts cannot be brought to you, and brought to you by free, I might add. KK Collision, Meyer Badenhop Insurance Company, STN Design, Affinity IT Group, 3Chord, Davis Farm Services, Swanton Welding, Pam and Dick Leatherman, P's and Ello's Pizza, and the Gerald Grain Centers, and we appreciate you guys. We are adding 2 more for our winter season. That'll be Holgate Metal Fab and Sattler Meats, and we'll be producing. Our students are going to be producing our new video commercials. We'll have those, I hope, next week. And I think we've got some first quarter stats here also.
It's nice to see Holgate Metal Fab join us as well. A shout out to Jeff Spangler, who's been a loyal supporter of all things Liberty Center for a very long time, and I know that he's battling through some health issues. So,
and I do have to say hi to Kenny Barnes. He's out there recovering from his medical thing, and he's already texted me. And you know what? Just shut up, Digger. Shut up.
Shut up, Digger.
All right, Liberty 4 of 7 from the floor. Tenora 3 of 8. Liberty 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Tinora 0 for 2. Liberty forced Tinora into 5 turnovers, while Liberty had 4 themselves. And offensive rebounds 6 for the Lady Tigers.
Greg, 10 rebounds for Liberty Center against Tenora's 4. So Liberty able to clear some possessions, get second shots, and you know how valuable that is when you get offensive rebounds, giving those 3-point shooters and scorers another look.
Yep. Liberty going to come out here, a little change of pace, a little 1-2-2 half court here to start out the quarter. Ball, just inside, just out of the reach of Kaylee Blanton, and the Rams are going to score. Nice offense there by the Rams.
Emma Bailey, a 5'11 junior, another big that's athletic enough to move without the basketball.
Tigers in the front court here into their 41. Tigers are back to their first starting 5 here to get the quarter started. Emerson Gray on the attack, gets to Nicole Keller, elbow jump shot up, no good. Rebound by Durfee. And again, when those bigs are able to start your break and lead it for the outlet, that makes a big difference, not having to look for that point guard all the time. So Tenora's going to sit on that 41 again. Seems when Bailey gets in the game, they're going to go to this 41 offense to keep her in the post a little bit. Tenora's going to back it out.
Liberty Center doing a really good job, Greg, on the ball, off the ball. Another steal for Liberty
with
Center.
The deflection. Here comes the break. Nicole Keller down the middle of the floor. She attacks, gets to 1 foot, kicks it out to Liza Jones, who's going to attack. Reverse to Emma Gray. Nice transition defense there by Tinora getting back. That ball's off the Tinora Rams. Let's stay with Liberty.
Nicole Keller, real heady player, getting in passing lanes. You talked about deflections. You know, she's got her head in the game all the time in both ends of the floor. Vertical penetration as a point guard, really good defender on the other end, Greg.
Very balanced, plays very balanced, which is very important for guards, especially lead guards. So a little set action here out of the sideline, out of bounds, gets the ball back to Emerson Gray. She'll back it out and reset the offense.
Got to give Tinora a lot of credit. They've done a good job hanging with Liberty. As you said, kind of knocking down lanes and getting in people's face.
There's Blanton on the ball. Reversal, Liza Jones from the corner. Off this time, Blanton on the offensive rebound, tips it back, and controlled by Tinora. Good effort there. Good effort there to get that offensive rebound.
You know, threes can be hard to rebound. They kick a little bit, but Kaylee Blanton with a good effort on the offensive glass.
There's a double team in half court between Moeller and Jones. Ball got deflected into the backcourt. That's why that was not a backcourt violation. Ball reversed over to Oakley. Oakley's going to drive, kick it out, and Tinora will have to reset. There's an attack by Durfee again. A nice little dump off the mark. Nicole Keller with the rebound. Here come the Tigers.
Liberty's guards do a great job rebounding. Greg, Nicole Keller, El Moeller.
Good lead. Emerson Gray with the attack. Contact. No call.
Another offensive rebound by the Tigers, though. Kaylee Blanton very active on the offensive glass.
Yep.
You know, with Tenora's size, Kaylee's done a really good job maneuvering herself to be in the right position. Good checkouts, doing a really good job on the offensive glass.
Yep. Again, good attack there by Emerson Gray, just not able to get that fall with that contact. Oh, good attack here by Oakley. Blanton cuts her off on the baseline. That's going to be Durfee for 3. Not there. Kaylee Blanton gets up. Deflects the ball to Liza Jones. It's going to be outlet to Emerson Gray. Emerson Gray goes up to El Moeller. Back to Emerson Gray. Beautiful offensive basketball in transition. The Tigers get 2.
Yeah, arguably the 2 best athletes in the area. El Moeller gets down the floor and gets it right back to Emmy Gray, who's running full speed.
You could see her when that pass went, El was already looking for Emerson on that backside block. Very nice offensive possession there for the Tigers. Ball's kicked out here. That's Coy. She's going to launch one. Not there. Rebound. El Moeller stepped out of bounds before she knocked it out of bounds. Before she knocked it back in bounds. Excuse me.
Liberty Center really active on the glass. We keep talking about that, but they hold this distinct advantage on both the offensive and defensive glass. I love their activity. A lot of checking, a lot of getting to the basketball, Greg.
Yep. From all 5 girls, too, which is important when you talk about rebounding. Tinora enters the ball in the baseline out of bounds. Little runner there, blocked by the Tigers. Nicole Keller on the rebound. She's going to outlet to Blanton. Blanton up the floor, eyes up, deflected out of bounds by Tinora.
There's El Moeller again, though, filling the lanes.
Yep.
I mean, you got Kaylee Blanton running the break like a guard, and then get El Moeller as her partner getting to the block. Liberty really looking for those breakout opportunities.
And again, we'll see. We'll see how far depth can get the Tigers here in terms of wearing them down at this pace. This is a pretty frantic pace here for both teams. Tigers subbing a lot, Tinora not so much so far.
14-9 though. Tinora is hanging.
They are.
A lot of teams really struggle with Liberty early in the press.
Tigers getting this ball screen. Here comes that hammer action for Emerson Gray again. Same play they ran the first play of the game. Emerson Gray from the wing. Bang! Coach Davis knows what to go to when he needs a bucket. That's good action right there. A little ball screen, hammer screen away. Tigers get 3 there. Another deflection. El Moeller, outlet. Emerson Gray up, and she got it too. That's a quick 5 points. That's going to time out for Tinora, and that's exactly what the Tigers can do. Yeah. They put together these little runs where it went from 12-9 to 19-9 in the blink of an eye, Scott.
Well, we talked about that early. I mean, Liberty typically gets teams early, but Tinora has done a really good job of managing that pressure. Andrew Thiel, though, saw the game starting to slip a little bit at 19-9, called a timeout. But, that's where Liberty gets dangerous. Nicole Keller again in the middle of that defensive pressure. You get on-ball pressure from Elle and Emmy, but then that off-ball, that good read, that next pass, and that's Nicole Keller.
Yep, that's exactly right. A lot of times those girls up front get a lot of the credit for, and rightfully so. The ball pressure forces some bad decisions, but someone on the back end's got to jump that route, got to anticipate it, got to deflect it without fouling. And I think the Tigers backline Nicole Keller and Eliza Jones, and they've gotten so good at understanding when that pass is coming and when the girl's in distress, and you can just see them chomping at the bit when Emmy and Elle get those girls kind of going side to side, and it's fun to watch when they can get that thing rolling.
Hey, real quick, I just want to throw in here some schedule updates. We've got the girls, and they'll take on the 19th. They'll take on Springfield. These are only home games. Check our website. We have the complete schedule. Then we'll be having bowling against Tinora, and then Coach, your boys finally make their home debut on the 23rd as they take on the Tinora Rams here from the Jungle and Liberty Center.
So back to action here. Tinora does break the press. They get down. Looking for 21 on the backside block. Good effort by Nicole Keller. Up the floor. Good deflection there by Tinora. Boy, Liberty pushing that pace, man.
They're looking for breakouts all the time, but again, Addison Lee, athletic big, getting on the floor and stopping that break for Liberty.
Bia Bear entered the game during that timeout, replacing Liza Jones. Tigers into their 41 action here with Blanton on the inside and 4 guards on the outside.
Liberty Center real patient here, getting something set up. Getting Emmy off the ball gives Liberty Center a lot more options offensively.
Yep. There's Emerson Gray in the corner. She's going to go again. Not there this time. And a rebounding foul going to be called here on the Tigers. That's a good effort there, going for that offensive rebound. You're going to get that every once in a while. But Coach Davis out of a timeout gets himself another open 3 for his best shooter. And, Tigers are very balanced in their scoring, Scott, and you can see that across the stats. But Emerson Gray here jumping out early with 12 of the Tigers' 19. A couple fast break opportunities from her teammates, a couple threes knocked down. Nice little start here for Emmy.
Yeah, she had 12 to start the Edgerton game. I mean, she can get hot in a hurry.
Yep. So Tinora here looking to break that Tiger pressure. And number 12, Blanchard's able to do it. Skip pass over to Oakley. Oakley one dribble pickup. Bia Barrett she's going to get a foul. That's, again, those are fouls you live with when you pressure. She jumped the passing lane, made a little too much contact, knocked her down. That'll be 2, though, on Bia Barrett, and number 2 on the team.
Yeah, Beatrice Barrett likes the contact, but you do have a limit to the number of fouls. We've talked about that at the house, and
I believe it's still 5.
Hard to count.
That's coming from her dad.
Hard to count.
Good pressure there by El Moeller. Turns it over. Good. El Moeller's ball pressure is
off the charts.
It's to be feared.
Well,
and I'm not so sure if you were the opposing coach, if she's guarding you, your answer wouldn't be, let's just not dribble, limit the dribbles, you screen. I'm not sure I'd want anybody in this area dribbling the basketball against El Moeller.
We struggled coming up with a nickname for her, Greg. I like to call her the glove. Like
there you go, Gary Payton style. Nice little pick and roll action on the wing. Emerson Gray down to Emerson Gherkin. Tigers get the ball back up top. They'll reset. And go to their 41 action here. Emerson Gray gets them reset. Ball reversed to Molly Perry.
Nice patience. Take care of the basketball here.
Molly Perry being guarded by Addison Lee. Oh, good attack. Good steal there by Oakley. And Oakley's going to push the pace into the front court here. Good job by Emerson Gray stopping ball. 24, going to launch 3 and nothing but net.
Emma Bailey. I mean, she's a 5'11" big, running the floor, secondary break, wide open for the 3.
Yep. 19-12 Tigers. And again, looks like Tenora's picked up the ball pressure here just a touch. Good attack by Emerson Gray. No foul. Ball kicked out.
Nice job by
Emerson
Gherkin. You know, Kaylee Blanton is their primary, but quite frankly, you don't lose a lot of athleticism when Emmy Gherkin gets in this game. Does a great job and has had a nice string of back-to-back games on the offensive glass and scoring the basketball.
Tigers will take the ball out of bounds here. 2:23 to go here in our first half. Quick first half here. Comes Emerson Gray off an elevator. Not there. Ball's going to get reversed here.
9 seniors, Greg. A lot of patience. They take care of the basketball.
They value that thing, don't they? Gherkin on the drive. Gets knocked off her mark a little bit to Elle Moeller. Gracie Miller on the attack. Gets the middle of the paint. Nice drive. Nice left hand. Just not able to finish. Emerson Gherkin
battling for offensive rebounds.
We'll
Liberty,
that.
You know, you coaches talk about it constantly. Get to the glass. Don't just look for transition defense or offense. And Tim has talked a lot about that. 5 to the glass. They're doing a great job tonight, Greg.
Yep, a lot of second opportunities coming here. See if they can take advantage of this one. Ball out, Elle Moeller. Ball's going to get reversed. Emerson Gray going to reset us here in 41.
$1:50 to go here. Tigers real patient again on offense, doing a really good job probing.
Yep. I think Coach Davis here is
looking for a set here.
Yeah, I think he's looking for some sort of maybe a ball screen action. I'm not.
There we go, a little give and go.
There's a good attack by Emerson. There's the foul, and Emerson Gray's going to get to the line.
Yeah, when they get stuck and it gets slow, you know, you're looking for Emmy Gray to create something off the dribble. And, you know, she plays a lot of AAU basketball, so she knows how to take those one-on-one situations and force some contact. She's outstanding at the free throw line.
You know, one thing I noticed with Emmy with her finishing, that second step that she takes to get around the defender is very unique for somebody, you know, who's not as big as maybe her opponent that's guarding her, but she takes that one extra athletic step to create some separation and draws fouls and finishes because of that. And I think that's probably from playing a little extra basketball against long, athletic, taller opponents. Very impressive when she gets in there.
Not an explosive athlete, but smooth and rhythmic and picks her spots.
Yeah. Knocks them both down. Tigers up 21-12 here. 14.5 for Emerson Gray.
Good
Ball
job.
deflected. To the deck goes Gracie Miller. She's going to tie it up. Good effort there by Gracie Miller.
That was Elle Moeller trailing that a little bit. Little tip, little chaos created. Elle Moeller is in a lot of plays that aren't producing primary stats. There you go. That tip.
Deflection.
The deflection right there. I mean, I know we track it internally.
Yep. Not
a stat you'll see in the Defiance Crescent, but Elle Moeller created that havoc for Tinora.
Yep. Addison Lee here being guarded by Elle Moeller. Back to the 5-out action here for Tinora. No open post here. Carly Oakley here. First set ball to Durfee. Tinora being selectively patient.
You know, they like where they're at in this game. Most teams are out of games this early. Tinora right in this thing with a 3. They cut this thing to 6.
Durfee with a good square. Deflected by Gracie Miller again. Tinora recovers.
Good decision by Gracie to not get too physical there as well.
Baseline drive by Oakley. Gets it up on the runner. No good. Addison Lee crashes the offensive boards. That's going to be a tie-up. That's going to be Liberty Center basketball.
Emerson Gherkin just right where she needs to be. Good position. Need to finish that rebound possession arrow to Liberty Center. But, again, I think the emphasis on getting to the glass, you're seeing 3 to 5 kids to the rim, Greg, and I think that's been an emphasis for Tim, and I think it's working out for him tonight.
Little offense-defensive substitution here as Liza Jones checks in along with Nicole Keller. I'm going to guess Tim's maybe playing for the last shot here. We'll see how patient they're going to be. I'm thinking he's probably going to want to take one.
I think Eliza Jones might be the center of his attention here in this possession.
Tigers will reset. Nicole Keller on the wing. He's going to drive kick. Liza Jones wide open. That's that wing 3. Just off the mark. There's Emerson Gherkin again, offensive rebound. Great step through, up and under, and unable to finish with the left hand. Fantastic move. Patience to the middle. Shot fake, step through, left-handed layup. Just was not able to get it to go.
Textbook Emerson Gherkin low post.
They're going to push.
Play.
Addison Lee's going to step through. The runner not there. Rebound by Emerson Gray. That'll take us to halftime.
Hey, what good half by Tinora. I mean, Liberty showed a lot of patience and durability in the half court. But Tinora, give them credit. We knew athletically they could do this, and they did it. They stymied Liberty a little bit in the half court, did not allow the runouts, controlled the athleticism in the press. Tenora's in this basketball game.
Yeah, and I think what you're seeing, Scott, from Tinora here is offensively is where they're going to have to go in and find some answers for Liberty's defense. I think they can maybe handle the defense, or the offensive side of things, keep the Tigers in check. They got to figure out a way to score some points here as they go into half.
All right, well, we're going to take our halftime break here from the Jungle Liberty Center. On the three-chord scoreboard, it's Liberty Center 21 and the Tinora Lady Rams 12. And with that, everybody, we'll be back right after this halftime break. it's Liberty Center 21 and the Lady Rams 12 on the three-quarter scoreboard here. And I've got some stats. And in that second quarter, Liberty Center shot 3 of 13. They were 4 of 17 in the first quarter, so they end up the first half 7 of 20. The Lady Rams were 2 of 8 in that second quarter, 3 of 8 back in the first quarter. They finished 6 of 16. So, Liberty Center, I always love when we get more shot attempts than they do. That's a key indicator, not a definite, but a key indicator. Our Liberty Center was 4 for 4 in that first half from the free throw line. Tinora did not get to the free throw line in the second quarter. They end the first half 0 of 2. Turnovers are really where I love the numbers. Liberty Center forced Tinora into 5 turnovers in both quarters. They finished the half with 10 turnovers, while the Tigers only 2 turnovers in that second quarter. Liberty Center finishes with 6 turnovers total in the half. Defensive and offensive rebounds, Liberty Center for the quarter, 8 on both sides. 8 offensive, 8 defensive rebounds for the Lady Tigers in the first half. And Tinora did not get an offensive board. Not one. They had 8 defensive boards total. So
what that tells me, those numbers, Scott, tell me when you're +4 in the turnover battle, +8 on the boards, that's 12 extra possessions the Tigers have created in that first half. That's exactly what our defense/offense is probably designed to do. If you're looking at one stat that Coach Davis would like to clean up, as all coaches would, 23% shooting in the first half, 7 for 30. Those opportunities, extra opportunities, need to turn into more baskets here
7
quickly.
for 20. I'm sorry.
7 for 20?
I think I did say 30. It's 7 of 20.
Okay.
That's still not a great
little
percentage.
Bit better.
Yeah.
I love Liberty Center on the glass tonight. Done a good job on both the offensive side of the glass and defensive.
There's a deflection out of bounds. Liza Jones. The Tigers coming out here in a little 1-2-2 half court.
That's what Eliza Jones gives you, Greg. Length. She puts some pressure and some length, gets in some passing windows, deflections.
That is a lot of
wingspan.
Yes, it is, and a lot of athletic right behind her. Rams going to attack this little 2-1-2 here. Ball's going down the baseline to Oakley. Oakley attacks paint, drops it off to Carly Oakley.
Liberty settles back into their man.
And Tinora running a little 41 action here. Attack by Oakley on the baseline. Up, no good. Rebound by Liza Jones. Outlet deflected. Emerson Gray's got it. Off to Nicole Keller into the front court. Little backdoor raise here. Kaylee Blanton, double backdoor. Nicole Keller, nice offense. And no, the layup just won't go. Nicole Keller with the steal.
Wow, good job. Nicole misses the bunny, but good look and good offensive set. Kaylee Blanton gets a cutting. Nicole Keller misses the square, but fights for that second opportunity.
That's a classic 41 action there, Scott. Backdoor raise and the double backdoor from the passer. Very, very difficult to guard. Tigers not even finished. There's no deflection by Elle Moeller. Oh, she's going to peel back in transition here. Skip it over to Emerson Gray. Emerson Gray attack. Kick to Keller. Keller reverse. Blanton working hard inside. She can get a post touch. Tigers will fire it back outside and reset into 41.
I like to see Elle Moeller shoot that corner, Jay. She turns down a lot of shots as she's a defensive specialist, but she can shoot the ball a little bit.
Even in transition there. Good deflection by Durfee, stolen by Lee.
Julia Durfee, very active athlete on both sides of the ball. Excellent rebounder and one of their good shooters.
A little fake ball screen there, a little ghost action and deflected out off the Tigers. That'll be a team offensive rebound for the Rams.
Carly Oakley just, kind of looks a little bit like Emmy Gray. Good off the dribble, gets to the glass, really good with the ball in her hand.
Rams come out attacking here, getting to the paint multiple times here in the first couple possessions.
Tinora has slowed this game down to control the score and keep themselves in this basketball game.
Another ball screen. Durfee's going to attack, blocked by Liza Jones. Rebound by Elle Moeller. Outlet to Emerson Gray. Here come the Tigers.
Liza Jones' length.
She's open in the corner. Liza Jones for 3. Just deep. Great rebound by Kaylee Blanton. Outside Emerson Gray. Top of the key. No. Nicole Keller offensive rebound. Not going to go. Addison Lee with the rebound.
Two offensive rebounds, creating all kinds of extra possessions and shots, Greg. I mean, Tim's got to love that.
Those are great looks. Oakley for 3 on the other end. She's not going to get in. Nicole Keller with an offensive rebound, but tied up. It'll be Tigers basketball.
And Tinora again doing a really good job fighting Liberty Center, tooth and nail.
So similar to the first half here, Scott. I think Tigers getting very good looks. Liza Jones open three, offensive rebound kick out. Emerson Gray open three. Nicole Keller on the backdoor layup. Just not getting that ball to fall quite enough to extend that lead past 9
good
here.
Looking shots.
Great looks. Can't ask for much more. Here comes that hammer action again for Emerson Gherkin. Not going to get it this time. Good slip there by Blanton. Not able to find her.
Like Liberty's patience here. Greg looking for the best opportunity.
You know, on some of these catches here, you know, Coach, ball goes down to Blanton. Good patience. Ball deflected. It's going to be Tinora ball. But some of these catches here, Scott, when you're watching the Tigers, what I'd like to see from Elle Moeller especially is get her eyes to the rim at least.
Yep,
if you're not going to
sure.
shoot it, get your eyes to the rim and be a threat. That'll draw that defense up just a touch.
Now, the scouting report will tell you that Elle turns down a lot of shots. I know Tim wants her to shoot the ball a little bit more just as a threat for sure.
Durfee up the sideline here to break the press. She's going to go all the way. Gets by Blanton. Blocked by Blanton out of bounds.
Say what, Durfee, though, did beat Blanton again. She's done that a couple times tonight. But Kaylee Blanton, pretty explosive and recovered with the block. Great job by Kaylee.
Baseline out of bounds here for the Rams. Go 3 across the free throw line.
Julia Durfee really good off the dribble for a big.
Yeah, she's been impressive here through 2.5 quarters. Oakley's going to attack. Nothing there. Rams are going to continue to run their 41 offense here. Tigers doing a great job here communicating their switches.
Just a senior group. Again, we talked about it, 9 seniors. They've just run this stuff for 4 years and are very comfortable with it.
Oakley on the attack. She gets it up on the rim. Not going to be there. Rebound by Liza Jones. Gets the ball to Nicole Keller, and here we come. Nicole Keller attacks in transition. Kicks to Elle Moeller. She's going to take that three.
Got
Bang!
it! We've been begging for it.
Haven't we, Scott? And she
Been
finally
begging
gets
for
one
it.
up and knocks it down. Nice looking transition offense, confident stroke there from Elle Moeller.
Her stroke is not bad, Greg, and she just has turned down a lot of shots, as we've said a couple times, but she nailed that one.
There's a trap. There's a deflection. Saved by Emerson Gray. Here come the Tigers again. Nicole Keller's going to push. Gets the ball to the middle of the floor. Attacks downhill. The Tigers will reset.
Tim very comfortable tonight in his half-court offense.
Entered to Blanton. Blanton, good patience. Kicks to Emerson Gray wide open in the corner. Bang!
Tell you what, you're going to double Kaylee
Blanton. Timeout, Tinora. Timeout, Tinora.
You're going to double Kaylee if you're going to start to think through how you're going to defend the interior. Man, you got 3-point shooters. Elle Moeller bangs a 3. Talked about shooting percentage.
Yep.
It's improved greatly in the first 5 minutes of the quarter.
Yeah, you gotta believe that you know. I know Coach Davis has talked about it, but it's almost to pick your poison. With the lineup he's got on the floor, if Elle Moeller's knocking down shots, you're not double teaming from anywhere. You got to leave your post 1-on-1, and if that means Blanton gets their opportunities, you got to pick your poison. It's either that or open threes. Their offense is so patient, and they wait and they understand the fact that if they don't get anything in transition, you often see teams that push take a bad one quick in the offense because they're so used to getting transition. They don't have anything. They quickly get set up in that 41, and they wait for that great shot. And it's impressive to watch.
Liberty can play it either way. They can play it fast at 94 feet, and they can slow it down, be patient, and get those open looks. What I like in this offense, the looks are clean.
Yep.
Feet are square. Really good looks out of this offense. Good passing. Liberty taking care of the basketball, Greg.
So Tim's going to come out of timeout and a little diamond action here, change things up. I don't believe we've seen this yet. Emerson Gherkin on the ball. Bia Barrett now in the game. Emerson Gherkin in the game. Gracie Miller in the game. Get a quick trap between Gherkin and Gray. Stolen by Gherkin. Down to Moeller. Not there. There's another offensive rebound by Emerson Gherkin. Kicks it out to Beatrice Barrett. She's going to take that 15-footer. Not going to get it. There's another offensive rebound by our Tigers. And they're going to reset the action here. Boy, just extra opportunity after extra opportunity here.
Liberty's fighting for everything. All tips, all rebounds. Doing a really good job on the offensive glass.
Good patient possession here after the offensive rebound. Tigers in their 41. Emerson Gherkin got baseline open here. Emerson Gray kicks to the corner. Beatrice Barrett's open for 3. Just short. That's going to be another offensive rebound. Gracie Miller tracks one down. Boy, the Tigers just eating up the offensive
Dominating
rebounds.
The glass tonight like I've never seen it with this group. Usually they want to run, they want to get out, but tonight they are playing great job, doing a great job on the glass.
Great cut there. Emerson Gray gets the ball, attacks, kick. Elle Moeller Good job getting her eyes to the rim right there. Just not quite enough space. Gracie Miller attacks, blocked on the inside. That would have been Bailey, and then she travels on the trap.
And Liberty staying really active, even after the ball's been possessed by Tinora. Liberty attacking those free balls, trapping after that defensive rebound and turning Tinora over again.
14 offensive boards tonight.
Wow. That's as good as it gets.
Ball goes up top to Gracie. Attacks downhill, goes to the left hand, not there. Beatrice Barrett the offensive rebound. Beats Tinora ball here, going back the other direction. Tigers can jump right into that pressure. Muller just not able to quite get there. Oakley on the attack. She pulls up, just short on the pull-up jump shot. Here comes Muller out with the rebound. It's that ball to Gracie. Gracie's going to kick it ahead to Barrett. Barrett's going to attack. Hard to that right hand. Gets through the lane, and she's going to draw the foul.
And what Liberty Center doing a great job of picking up another rebound and getting in transition, but yet being patient. No one when to attack and no one when to pull out. That's a sign of a mature group of girls that understand what they got in front of them. Really good decision by Beatrice Barrett, a good free throw shooter.
Again, and you saw that second step she took right there, similar to what I mentioned with Emerson Gray in the first half, that strong second step to get around the defender, draw the contact, and still be able to put up a quality shot looking for an and one. That's something that it's hard to guard when you have someone who's very good at it. Nice job there by Barrett on the drive. She knocks down the first free throw. Tigers extend that lead to 16 here with 1:43 to go in the third. Just short on the second. Ooh, rebound by Lee. And we're going to get a foul on Molly Perry there on the rebound.
Liberty Center foul against number 11, Molly Perry. Second team first.
So Tigers going to jump into this 1-2-2 little action. This is a defense where you're going to look for a trap right across half court. Right there. That's where you're going to get her. Put her in a bad spot. That's a double dribble.
They didn't call that double dribble.
I'm going to say no control. Oakley gets that ball over to Durfee. Oakley's going to attack with Gherkin on her. Nothing there. Good job by Gherkin on the ball. That's a 6-foot post player guarding the guard out there and doing a very good job keeping that ball in front of her.
Liberty Center full of athletes. They can guard you.
Look at her. Look
out
at
here in the half court.
There she goes. That's a good attack by Lee. That's going to be a foul. Gets up on the rim. Not going to be there. So just as I mentioned that, and you know, sometimes, Scott, you just have to kind of take a step back every once in a while. Let the defense reset. Good job by Gherkin with the effort there. But, again, the athleticism of Addison Lee gets around her and draws a foul.
I love the fact that, Tim likes to put his bigs in the perimeter.
Yeah.
How many teams do you see that have 2 and 3 bigs that can go and run and jump, trap, play really up in your grill defensively? And Emerson Gherkin, a really good athlete, a really good high jumper in track, and that really translates here for Tim and his defense.
And what that allows you to do is it allows you to switch. And when you can switch, you don't have to worry about hedging screens. Second one's missed, Tigers get the rebound. So when you're able to switch like that defensively, boy, does it make it fun and it makes it difficult to play against. Tigers going to push in transition here. There's Barrett again on the attack. Gets out to Perry. She's going to let one go from 3, just short. Rebound by Oakley. Tigers there on that pressure. Loose ball. Durfee comes out with it, gets it up to Oakley. Pressure still there by the Tigers. Relentless. Up to Lee. She's going to attack in. Nice looking athlete there. Gets it, not able to finish. Good attack, though. Here come the Tigers with Nicole Keller. 34 seconds to go here in our third quarter. Tigers going to get into something specific here. There's that back door. Deflected by Lee and Nicole Keller.
And Nicole wanted that a little too much.
Looks like they maybe went to a zone there, Scott, and maybe confused the Tiger point guard just for just a second because it was not a man-to-man, so it looked like they maybe jumped into a little 2-3 in that last possession. So that back door was not quite there.
And it worked. The defensive switch got him a turnover, and Tinora needs a basket badly here.
Yep. Big possession here for the Rams.
I think that's 1 point here in the third quarter. Liberty playing some great defense.
Gets it up to Oakley. Deflected. Steal for the Tigers. Here comes Nicole Keller. 9 seconds to go on the clock. She crosses over, gets to the middle of the floor. She's going to get all the way to the rim. Get it up there. Got it,
baby,
Nicole Keller. Great attack. What a play to finish the third quarter. The Tigers are going to go to the fourth with a 30-13 lead, capped by Nicole Keller. Drive and finish from the right block.
All right, it's 30-13 on the three-chord scoreboard, and we want to thank our sponsors for allowing us to bring these broadcasts to you. That's KK Collision, Meyer Badenhop Insurance Agency, STN Design, Affinity IT Group, Three-Chord, Davis Farm Services, Swanton Welding, Pam and Dick Leatherman, Pisanello's Pizza, Gerald Green centers, the Sattler Meat families. Yeah. I don't know.
They love you, the Sattlers. You can call them anything you want. They love you, Mark.
So while we got a minute here, Scott. Let me. I've been saying 41 a lot, and I think I've been saying
I got
it
a couple
over
text messages.
Yeah.
What the heck is a 41?
All right, so if you're looking at the court right now as it sits, if you see the 10-foot volleyball line where it meets the outside on both sides of the court, you're going to have 2 offensive players there. You're going to have 2 offensive players in the corner. That's the 4 out, sort of 4 guards, however you want to say it. Kind of manning those spots and filling those spots behind each other with 1 post player on the inside who's constantly block to block. Tim does some multiple things, but they'll raise her. But 4 perimeter players, 1 post player is a traditional 41 type of offense.
And you would call that 4-round-1, too.
Correct.
You'd say that as well.
Yep.
All right. I'm going to throw also Holgate Metal Fab, 2 of our new sponsors, Sattler Meats and Holgate Metal Fab. We appreciate you guys.
All right, 8 minutes to go here. Tigers coming out with another look here. A little 1-3-1 action from the Tigers. Got Gracie Miller up top and Bea Barrett on the bottom of this 1-3-1. Emerson Gherkin in the middle.
Tim likes to run a 1-3-1 to mix things up from time to time.
Blanchard for 3, not there. Nicole Keller on the rebound. We're going to push. Gracie Miller runs down the floor, just not able to get her the ball. Barrett on the wing. Tinora also going to a zone here. This is a little more packed in, 1-3-1. 22 out top. Addison Lee on the bottom.
Liberty void of their 2 top shooters. I think that's what the opportunity looks like for Tinora. But Liberty's got shooters on the floor.
Nice cut by Barrett on the inside. Blocked by Lee. Good. That's good offense, though. Good cut by Barrett. Good find there. She's going to get it again. Beatrice Barrett on the inside. Got it to go. I'll tell you what, Bea on the backside of that zone is finding holes in it. She's making it difficult for that back line.
That's the opportunity in that zone. If it's not the 3-point shot, it is certainly running baseline to baseline.
Deflection by Miller. Going to be a foul, I believe, on Molly Perry.
Liberty center foul against number 10, Nicole Keller.
Oh, excuse me, Nicole Keller on that foul.
Team first. 1, Emmy Gray. 2, Elle Moeller. 13, Eliza.
Mass substitution here for the Tigers.
This is Tim's starters and his kind of go-to top 5, and he likes to sub in groups at times and getting his starters back in to try to maybe put this thing on ice tonight. Yep.
Tigers going to stay in that 1-3-1. Liza Jones out top, Nicole Keller on the bottom of that. Boy, that's some athletic.
It's a lot of length.
I mean, Emerson Gray and Elle Moeller on these wings here, trapping that corner. Oh, Elle's got to get on that top shoulder there and keep her there. That's going to be Oakley for 3, not going to be there. Rebound, fought for. We're going to have a foul again on the Tigers.
You know, I like Nicole Keller, though. I mean, a physical, athletic guard who's not afraid to rebound, and Liberty's guards do a great job. They've done an excellent job tonight. Tonight's story of this game has been rebounding. Both ends of the floor.
3rd foul on Nicole Keller here. I think Tim's going to get her out just to make sure if this thing does tighten up, he can keep his point guard on the floor. So Gracie Miller is going to check back in. Tigers will match up here. Go back to their man-to-man in this baseline out of bounds. Ball's getting denied. Backside, Eliza Jones, nice denial. Oop. Ball goes up to Emerson Gray. Nice pass down. Good steal by Blanton. Back out to Gray at 15 feet. She's going to tag. Get to that left hand. Not there. Rebound by Oakley.
A little hesitation there by Emmy Gray, but you know she is a kid with 2 hands, good drive, and a good opportunity for Emmy Gray.
Tigers are matched up. Oakley is going to attack. Foul by Gracie Miller on the backside, I believe is what he's going to call. I think that's going to be the 4th foul already here. So, Scott, we haven't talked about that new foul rule yet. So, in high school basketball now, the fouls are going to reset every quarter. So now you get to 5, you shoot 2. There's no more 1-on-1. You're only going to shoot 2 foul shots, and that's 3 for the Tigers here with 6 minutes to go.
Well, Liberty's been very aggressive on defense. Tim's trying to put the pedal on the gas here and get this thing closed out. That's only the 2nd point of the second half for Tinora. Liberty switching defenses, playing really nice on the half court, doing a really good job on the glass.
She's going to get 1 out of 2. The one thing you don't want to do is the Tigers let them score a bunch with the clock stopped here. You want to be aggressive, but you also don't want to get them in the bonus too early. So, again, Tigers in this 4-round 1. You'll see here, there's the corners filled. There's Kaylee Blanton on the inside. Gracie Miller attacks. Gracie gets the ball to Blanton. Blanton's going to get out, and Emerson's going to reset it.
And Tenora's done a very adequate job, a very good job tonight in their half-court man. I've been very surprised that they've been this effective against Liberty Center, but they're athletic, and that's what they knew they had coming into this game. Had some size, had some athleticism with that size. They've done a really good job against Liberty in the half-court.
Yep. Ooh. El Moeller.
Everywhere. Just
She's
everywhere.
going to chase her down again. She's gonna, ooh. Ball's going to be up top. It's Oakley. Not the one you want getting a clean look if you're the Tigers. Rebound by Gray. And the foul will be on Tinora.
You say Liberty Center. So with 4 girls, Greg, within 5 feet of that rebound, and then Emmy Gray right there for the carom. I mean, again, the attention to detail and rebounding tonight has been kind of mind-blowing. We haven't seen this team rebound this well for a long time.
And now for the first time, Scott, you're going to see some full-court man-to-man pressure here by the Rams. Maybe try to get this pace picked up a little bit. Maybe try to turn the Tigers over.
No,
little run and jump. Yeah, a little run and jump there.
Got
Tigers
some fouls to give.
Quick.
It's about time Tinora takes some chances.
Yep. Back to El Moeller. She's going to get that up again. Kaylee Blanton, a reverse layup. Wow. That's an impressive athletic play out of a post player.
Off of an offensive rebound, right?
One step, reverse right-handed layup. Outstanding job by Kaylee Blanton right there.
There it is. El Moeller again creating the
turnover. Over and back.
Back to Kaylee Blanton. She's been all over the offensive glass tonight. I think I've said it 36 times, but not only creating additional possessions, but scoring the basketball on an offensive rebound.
Diamond Dan's been keeping track of that stat, too. It's 39.
Diamond Dan's wrists have got to be worn out with the number of rebounds that Liberty Center has collected tonight.
Hey, I do have the third quarter stats at Diamond Dan's. Tinora was 0 for 9 in that quarter, and they only scored 1 point, and that was on a free throw. They were 1 for 2. Liberty Center was 3 of 12 from the floor, and also 1 of 2 again. 4 offensive boards, 4 defensive boards for the Lady Tigers in the third quarter, forcing Tinora into 5 turnovers. So that's 15 turnovers that the Tinora Lady Rams have been forced into tonight by the Tigers.
Greg, I believe they've only scored 2 points here in the second half.
I was going to say that. We talked going into halftime that they had to find some ways to get some buckets because they might be able to hold Tigers' offense down, but they got to figure out a way to score against this defense. They have not done that so far.
Well, I think they were okay with the idea that they were in a game.
Yeah.
Now they've got to get in a game offensively. They've just kind of stepped back offensively. They're going to have to get some baskets here to cut this lead.
Yep, they're going to need to knock down some threes here, which they're clearly capable. So out of the timeout. Got to believe Tiger's going to run a little set action here of some sort. There's that back door. Not going to be there again.
Timmy a little frustrated with Emmy Gray there.
Yep.
We've been a little impatient on a couple turnovers on that
back
baseline
door
backdoor cut. Yep.
Typically what you want to do there, Scott, is you want to go backdoor. You want to hit the raise person because the big has to help. They go over to help, and then you hit the raise, and the raise is wide open. That's Durf. She's going to take that wing 3. Ball's going to go over the backboard there.
Like you said, though, Tinora looking in their half court for some threes to get back in this game a little quicker at 34-14. They just haven't been able to generate much offense against this Liberty Center half court defense.
Here's that full court man. Watch for the run and jump here. I'm not sure who the jump person is, but they're coming at some point. Nope, they do not. Ball goes down to Blanton. Good drop step. Gets that left hand, not going to get in.
Liberty Center for the game, shooting 10 of 32 for 31%.
Probably not where Tim wants it, but Tenora's done a really good job defensively as well.
Well, Tenora's 6 of 25, so.
Yep. 2 good defensive teams.
For sure.
Ooh, Blanton goes. Oh, man, that was just awkward looking there. It had to be something.
Kind of what you talked about, though. They had a set there, a back screen where Carly Oakley was open at 3. They wanted something free for 3 to. Again, they need some offense here in the last 3 minutes to get back in this game.
I got to believe that Coach Steele is going to send a second defender at our point guards here at some point and not leave them out on an island like this.
Well, Timmy's going to work some clock now.
Yeah, so Tigers get into that 41. Good back cut there by Gracie. You don't want that ball to go in the corner for too long if you're the Tigers. Good trapping opportunities for the Rams. Good attack by Gracie Miller. Gets it on the rim, and she gets fouled and go to the line for 2.
I'd say the backside corner has been there, both for threes and drives, and Gracie Miller, a good choice. She's a good free throw shooter. Really good decision to attack the rim.
First one, no good for Gracie. Again, you look up at the clock, Scott, we got 3:20 to go in the fourth quarter. This thing has just flown by. Clean played game on both sides. Gracie gets the second one to go. Bea Barrett will check in the ball game for Eliza Jones. And, they don't get shout out enough, Scott, but a very well officiated game as well. I know that the fans on both sides probably would say, oh, we need this call or that call, but I promise you this is a clean played and a cleanly officiated basketball game.
This new free throw rule you talked about at halftime a little bit, it's kind of cleaned up a lot of those controversial calls down the stretch to begin with.
Yep. Nice attack right there by Durfee. She gets it out to Oakley. Oakley attacks middle, and they're going to draw the foul.
They've got to generate some offense somewhere. Carrie Oakley is one of their top offensive players.
Yep, very aggressive offensive player.
And Carly is a good player, good-looking athlete, and you knew coming into that game both Oakley girls were going to look for shots. They're some of their top scorers.
Yep, 3-year letter winner, so she's experienced, played in a lot of games against a lot of pressure.
This game last year at Tinora was a barn burner, 2-possession game, through the third quarter. So Tinora has been in a lot of big games. They kept Archibald tight last week on Monday, 48-42. They went down and then went to Defiance, and beat a county rival in a big win for them. They're 3-2 in the season.
Second one's good. That'll cut the lead down to 20 here with 3 minutes to go.
Cut the lead to 20.
Cut the lead to 20.
Liberty has been kind of in control of this game, even at.
Oh, we got a girl down here. I think she might have rolled her ankle there.
Yeah, she did. It was not contact.
Yep.
Even at 22-12 or 24-12, Liberty has been in control of this game.
Yeah.
Tim's done a good job of switching defenses in the half court. You saw a little 1-3-1 earlier. And just handled their pressure very well.
It's sort of, you can kind of describe this game as kind of a slow bleed. It's not been a blowout, but it's just been a slow bleed of taking it from 7 to 9 to 12 to 15 to now 20. Just a methodical defensive effort out of the Tigers.
Emmy Gray was 17. You think she had 9.
Yeah. Ball goes down to Gherkin. Gherkin's going to square. Attack middle. Good attack. Bea Barrett on the baseline. Gets that contact. Not going to be called. Molly Perry gets it up. Not going to be there. Barrett on the offensive rebound again. She goes up and one.
Beatrice Barrett staying on the offensive glass, man. I'll tell you, this team has worked really hard rebounding the basketball. Man, oh, man, it's been impressive. Every one of these girls, Greg, I've been watching this group for a long time, and this is the first time I've seen this kind of tenacity on the offensive glass. Been impressive tonight.
It certainly seems like it's got a conscious effort to go to the boards. This isn't by accident. This is something that they've either talked about or Coach Davis has emphasized because they are dominating the glass tonight. Finishes the old-fashioned three-point play for Barrett. That gives Barrett 8 on the game. And now the Rams are down 23 here with 2:20 to go.
Looking to attack here.
They're going to stay in that 41 action. Tigers continue to be solid defensively. Good attack there by Lee on the baseline.
Yeah, she's impressive, Addison Lee, for 6 foot. She's done that a number of times tonight. She's only got 1 point. Liberty has done a really good job of bottling her up, leading scorer. But a kid with that kind of size that could beat you with her left hand to the baseline, that was impressive.
And Tigers have mixed in some zone, but you'll notice when they've gone man-to-man, that's Elle Moeller's. That's who Elle Moeller's been guarding most of the game. And it's no surprise, even as athletic as Addison is, she's got, that's her second point of the game. So it just goes to show, Elle Moeller's defensive prowess and how impressive it is. Bea Barrett with another rebound.
Tinora now beginning to pick the intensity up on defense, as you talked about.
Yep. Minute 55 to go here. Tigers up 22 here in the fourth quarter against the Rams. Tigers are going to stick to that 41 offense, be very patient. There's just a miscommunication, which happens. Gracie Miller, red backdoor. Molly Perry, red pitch.
Liberty's still looking to be very aggressive here in the half court. They're not. Tim has not pulled this thing back at all. Liberty wants to put some more points on the board.
Selectively patient. Now Bea Barrett on Lee, doing a fantastic job. Got her trapped in the corner. That's got to be a travel, or they're going to call a foul on
that looked like maybe
Barrett.
I saw a couple wraps from Addison Lee. A little frustrating.
Yep. So that's
I thought that was some good defense. I like that defense right there. But
I thought her arms were up, but hey. So this is the first time we're going to see the actual bonus free throws being shot for the first time. So that's 5 fouls on the Tigers. So these are 2. Now no more 1-on-1. You get to 5 fouls, you're going to shoot the 2, and Lee knocks the first one down. Second one good as well. Takes the lead to 20.
Little four-court man-to-man here, a little pressure.
Minute 25 to go here. job by Gracie Miller handling that pressure. Flips to Barrett. Tigers getting a little weave action. Nice and methodical. That foul is going to be on Lee. That's just going to be her second. That will be the team's fourth, I believe. So we got one more before that double bonus.
Tim's got a lot of trust in Molly Perry. Real strong with the basketball. Yep. High IQ.
I assume good free throw shooter.
Absolutely. Yeah. So late in this game, the free throw shooters will see more of the basketball.
Yep. Out front to Miller. Gracie will get us set up. Nicole Keller is checked back in. And get that ball out of that corner. There you go. Good, Gert. It's the ball up top to Barrett. Under a minute now. Tigers will keep running clock here. Tinora keeps the pressure up. Into a 5-out. Little four corners action here. It's got a little Dean Smith written all over it right here from Carolina back in the day.
Tinora has caused a little trouble
They
here.
do.
Got the steal. Got what they wanted.
Oakley's going to go. She will not finish it. Rebound swatted away by Gherkin.
Finally, they were able to turn Liberty Center over.
They got one, and they get to 20. 38-20 here, Tigers with 20 seconds to go. Oop.
The Liberty Center girls basketball team will be back in action this coming Tuesday, December the 19th.
Tigers going to dribble this one out, and foul going to be called here. That's going to be double bonus.
Well, a pretty clean, patient 38-20 victory for Liberty Center tonight. If they get some free throws, maybe they'll get to 40. But as you said, a very kind of comfortable, patient, high execution rate. Didn't shoot it as well as they wanted, but the rebounding was phenomenal. I think that was a big-time opportunity for Liberty to really grow, and they did tonight. Yeah, I mean, you look at these stats when the game are over, you're going to see a vast gap in the extra possessions created by the Tigers versus the extra possessions created by the Rams. Now, the captain, Mark Blythe, loves to talk about extra shots and extra possessions. You got plenty of them tonight, didn't you, Mark?
Those are my two key indicators. When I can shoot 20 more shots out from the floor than the other team, I'm doing something right. That's a recipe for success. So Tigers get to 39-20 here with 9 seconds to go. The Rams will bring it up the court. 3, 2, 1. Got one to go at the buzzer. Our final score tonight will be 39-22. The Liberty Center Tigers with an impressive non-conference win over the Tinora Rams.
Well, Tinora last year we talked about it. It's a 13-11 team, really competitive in the GMC. That was a great game last year. Tim was very concerned about their athleticism and their size. Greg, I thought their athleticism really showed up tonight. They did a good job of closing shooters out. We did not shoot at a high percentage. That was a lot due to what Tinora did to us on possession-to-possession kind of opportunities for them. But Liberty Center on the glass just dominated extra possessions, extra shots, and some and ones. And I think that really created the gap in scoring after halftime.
Yeah. And, if you're Coach Davis, this is one of those games when you talk about your perfect game and what that looks like. This wasn't the perfect game in a lot of respects, but from a rebounding standpoint, it's probably about as close to perfect as you can get. So when he goes towards the end of the season, they get into league play, he's going to put this together with a good shooting night, and a good offensive execution night. But this will be the rebounding night he'll talk about. If you're going to win, you're going to win in March, you got to rebound like they rebounded tonight.
I know you're a coach yourself, and you try to attack deficiencies, and you're trying to grow in a lot of areas. You know who you are. Liberty Center is a shooting team, a pressured team, full court, half court. They really haven't been known as a rebounding team. I know going through the preseason, some of their early games, it's annoyed Tim to a degree that they hadn't rebounded very well. So to exactly your point, I think tonight was, hey, we are going to rebound the basketball. Matter of fact, if you look at the scouting report, and you talk about what Tim had to say, what did he say in the scouting report?
Exclamation
Boom,
point,
rebound. And that's what they did tonight, and very effectively. And it wasn't just three players. It wasn't just Kaylee Blanton. It was the guards. It was the wings. It was all 9 players got in the act tonight.
And I think that's a misnomer sometimes. When you say rebound, you think that means your post players got to get you a dozen rebounds. That's not the case. A good rebounding team has guards that rebound. A good rebounding team has post players.
Nicole Keller tonight.
I mean, and then you have Emerson Gherkin get rebounds and Bia Barrett and Kaylee Blanton. And they're expected, I guess, quote unquote, as a poster, a bigger, more physical. However, when Emerson Gray and Eliza Jones and Nicole Keller are getting rebounds and Gracie Miller when they're getting rebounds, boy, you put something together like tonight where you create 20, 22, 23 extra possessions between your turnovers and offensive rebounds, you're going to be hard to beat. Even on a bad shooting night, you're going to be hard to beat.
Well, and I've got those stats right here in that fourth quarter. Tinora shot 2 of 10 from the field. Liberty Center 3 of 11. Again, 4 more offensive boards. Liberty Center's gotten 5 in the first, 4, 4, and 4 on the offensive glass for 17.
Relentless.
17 offensive boards tonight. So Liberty Center finishes the game shooting 13 of 43 for just right around 30%, while Tinora was 8 of 35 for 22%. So the combination of, shooting almost, 10 more shots than Tinora and grabbing 17 offensive boards.
Yeah.
You want to talk about a recipe you put in a pot, stir up, and you come out with a win. You can start with those 2 stats.
Well, and Greg, the fact is that even though Liberty did knock down shots, they had a lot of open looks.
They did.
So their offense created open looks tonight. Their offensive rebounds and their kicks created looks tonight. You saw Elle Moeller finally, dip her toe into wanting to shoot the basketball. I mean, you saw a lot of. I mean, had you shot 15% better, you're looking at a score that got out of control. Liberty just beat Edgerton by 40 because they were knocking down those shots. Tonight they win it by 20 because they didn't knock the shots down, but the shots were there for them.
So as a coach, you talk about how do I win a game when we don't shoot the ball well? You just watched it. You rebound the ball really well. You turn the other team over. You turn that into extra possessions, and you can win a basketball game when you're not shooting very well.
Well, we get to talk to a couple players here. The post-game, our little post-game here.
Well, before we start the KK Collision post-game show, I do want to talk a little bit about schedule. Got people asking me what we're doing. Tuesday night, the girls are back here on the 19th. Springfield will come to town, and that's kind of a game I think these girls, we'll talk to them about that, they want. They want that Springfield game.
You owe them.
Yep. And then Friday, that'll be is that Tuesday? And then Friday night, we've got bowling again over at River City Bowlaway with Tinora. And then Saturday, the boys make their home, season debut, if I can talk, against the Tinora Rams. And I think, Greg, you can verify that. I think that's freshman JV and varsity.
It is with an early start. I believe our freshmen start at 3, JV to follow, and varsity after that. So it'll be a late afternoon matinee.
Yep, and that'll be on Saturday. Yep. So, all right, now the post-game show brought to you by KK Collision, the leader in automotive technology here in Northwest Ohio, right just north of town here in Liberty Center. And we've got 2 of our Lady Tigers with us.
We got Mrs. Offense and Emmy Gray, Mrs. Defense in Elle Moeller. Let's talk a little bit, Emmy, about your 17 tonight. It seemed to me as Tinora was athletic. They were able to get after you a little bit, and you were frustrated on a few drives and a few looks, but you got on track like you always do, playing a little defense, getting some easy shots, and then you buried some threes. So in your offensive game tonight, where was your comfort level?
I think my defense, playing hard on defense always leads to good offense for me. So just playing hard on defense and knowing that my shots will fall.
Yeah, for sure. 17 points. We're looking, I'm going, man, this is just like playing bingo, 17 points tonight. Elle, we don't talk enough about you in terms of what you do on offense. We'd like to see you shoot a more great 3 tonight. That was great.
Thank you.
We're up here like cheering for that 3, but you really do it on the defensive end. You're great in the half court. You always stymie their best offensive player, and you're very unselfish. You're never looking to shoot the ball. You're always looking to create opportunities. Tonight, how'd you feel about your defensive game and how you were able to handle Addison Lee, a 6-footer? You did a great job on their leading scorer.
I just know I need to focus on her belly button and which way she's going to go, and I sometimes do a little bit. I sag off of them too much, so I know if I stay up on her and just focus on her belly button, that'll help me a lot.
So, Elle, I have to ask. So, in our press and all this stuff, you're usually the tip of the spear there, right? Mm-hmm. Does Coach Davis talk to you about deflections? Is that something that's emphasized for you? Because it certainly seems like you. I don't know how many you had coming into the game, but it certainly seems like you get 10 to 12 per night. Is that something that's emphasized, you love doing? Talk about your deflections.
Yeah, Coach Davis is huge on deflections because he says that's just it messes their flow up. So, we can't always get a steal, but a deflection is just as good.
Yeah, and I think one of the more impressive things, one of the more intimidating things, if you're the opponent, is knowing that you're coming from behind at some point, and you're always coming from behind. And as a point guard or even as any guard, I think that stops transition in a strange way. It stops it from behind because they're always conscious of you coming. They jump stop early. They peel out of the middle because they know that those deflections are coming. So outstanding job again.
Emmy Gray, you get a lot of credit for your offense, and certainly Elle gets a lot of credit for her defense, but talking to Coach today, I mean, coming into this game, you had 34 deflections and steals. Like, hey, I could play some defense too. I mean, talk about your defense and your commitment to playing defense. I mean, you're our leading scorer, but you like to play defense.
Mm-hmm. I do, because I feel like I always play better on offense when I'm playing my best defensive game. So.
Yeah, I like that. Like two-way players, man. You're not a specialist. You can do it both ways. Congratulations, 5-0. I know this is not like exactly what we want. We want more than this, but congratulations on the big win tonight.
Thank you.
Good job, ladies.
Thanks.
We get Tim Davis here to join us in the KK Collision postgame. You're good. So Coach Davis, congratulations on your 100th the other night. Congratulations, well done. It's been a long build for you, and congratulations for that. I'm just looking at the scouting report tonight. Rebound the basketball.
I think we dominated a couple areas, the rebounding, and then I don't know how many three-point attempts they got off, but it wasn't very many. So those were the two things.
You know, I just told Scott, as you're looking into January and February and you're talking about your perfect game to put together, this is the rebounding game you're going to talk about. When you look back and say, you know, come February and March to win a league title and get to tournament, you have to rebound the ball. This is the film you put on to watch you against a very athletic, very
big,
long,
good
tall,
size.
Dominated the boards. And I told Scott, the most impressive thing, Coach, is that it wasn't your big, it wasn't your post just standing there. It was everybody.
Yeah, I thought tonight across the board, 5 girls attacking the basket to get a rebound. Very, very aggressive. I think it's a couple times we probably could have got called for fouls, but we don't really care. Yep. But, yeah, I thought Emerson Gherkin especially was rebounding really well.
Early in particular.
And Dia did a great job rebounding. All 5 of them, were on the floor at the time. And that's probably a weakness that's been of ours over the past couple of years. And it's just really good to see. Hopefully we can keep that going and be consistent with that. And a lot of that is just effort.
I talked to Greg a little bit about, Liberty Center girls basketball the last 2 years have been a lot of things, a lot of good things, but it's not been a very good rebounding team, and I know it's been annoying to you. And I could hear you you're simmering there all the time in the preseason. You barked about it. So tonight, goal met, great job. But talk about this game it was slowed a little bit, and you were very patient on the offensive end. A lot of creativity in your your half-court offense. Talk a little bit about how you generated points in the half-court tonight.
Yeah, well, I think tonight we probably ran sets a little more than what we're used to running, what we like to run. And we executed them decently, But I thought we got good looks. Emmy getting off to a good start early on was very big for us, and we put a few new wrinkles in too. But yeah, offensively is at times it sputters. It's kind of, but we're patient. We're still making the defense work, and as hard as we play on the defensive end and wear them down, them having to play defense for a long period of time just adds to that. But yeah, just being patient and getting the ball reversed, and I still like to utilize our inside a little bit more than what we did tonight.
One of the things, Tim, that I noticed, especially in that first half, the pace was very good. The pace was up and down. However, your girls are extremely disciplined in the fact that if they don't have anything in transition, generally when you tell a team to push, it's hard for them to understand when it's time to pull it back and set up offense. I don't think your girls have any doubt about when it's time to do that and when it's time to attack.
I tell you what, Greg, that was an area that we struggled with, I think, early in the year in our first 4 games, especially at Van Buren. We struggled with that. We had 20 turnovers against Van Buren. I don't know how many we had tonight, but I don't think it was that many for sure. But, yeah, we want to push the ball, but then when we get in a half court, we want to be patient and get good shots and get the girls that we're confident in scoring the basketball.
Yeah, that was very evident. And Coach, your scouting report, take away those 3-pointers and rebound. Tinora 1 for 9 from 3-point. I don't have the rebounding numbers were plus. It seemed like 30 at one point. So
17 offensive rebounds.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I was worried about this game.
They're
athletic, and you play a team big, and you play a team that shoots that many threes, and is so far. They're going down, but I thought we contested. We had high hands, and we didn't get beat off the dribble was the other thing.
I'd like you to talk briefly, real quick, before I let you go. Talk a little bit about your 100 wins. I know you don't dwell on that. Heck, you probably didn't even know that. But fact is, we're coaches and have a lot of respect for what you've done. It's been the first couple of years were really rugged for you. And we talked about it in our preseason preview. You look back, 100 wins. Now you've had a couple great-looking teams you put on the floor. How satisfying is it to get that 100th?
It's good. But, at the end of the day, we have good kids. We've kind of built this from the ground up, but there's a lot of coaches I've coached with and coached with me that does a large part of that. The parents, the players, it's a lot. My wife, the family, for allowing me to do this. So, we're just happy for the girls. We just play as hard as we can each night out, and all the credit goes to the girls we've had over the last 10 years.
Yeah, it's fun to watch, Coach. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
All right, there you go. The players and the coach, we love bringing them in. We actually, I just bought today a camera that we're going to set up on the wall here so that the girls can get on camera, the boys can. So we look forward to that, bringing you our student athletes. All right, well, I think that's about it for tonight's broadcast. Tim said that it talked about 3-point, holding Tinora down to 3 points. They were 1 of 9 from three-point land tonight. So Tinora traditionally just lights out shooting that three.
I mean, from what we got early, that scouting report Coach Davis got to us, executed perfectly. The emphasis was rebounding and limit their three-point attempts. Check. Excellent job by the girls. Coaches putting together the game plan. The girls executing it.
Well, and as the producer of the broadcast, you guys, I went right down the list. Check. Great night for our broadcast team here. So we're going to go ahead and get out of here. A big non-conference, non-league win, but a huge win for our Liberty Center Lady Tigers. And they will move on. They'll play Springfield on Tuesday. And again, then the boys will make their debut on Saturday. Check the website for times and dates. It's a little weird. We're going to start a little early for some reason. I don't know. The schedule's been crazy trying to find games and trying to find schools with a freshman and a JV game. Numbers have been crazy for the athletic directors and whatever. So we're going to go ahead and get out of here for Greg Badenhop, Coach Badenhop on the call. Scott Barrett on the color. I'm your host, Mark the Captain Bly. And as always, folks, it's good night and it's good Tiger sports.